I almost forgot about this game. What a wonderful scenario that would have been. Also, I have Dia. I'll explain myself later. Don't worry about it. What's up, Fusion? Sorry about your little brother's
Sun's
birthday
out, guns
crashing.
out. Just sucks that I got so much work to do.
Older brother, my mistake. Hey, Secret. Hey, Neo.
The desert's a tough adversary, but
You're
at
the
least it
baby.
doesn't hide
Alright.
anything. What
Fair
you
enough.
see is what you get, and whether you take
Yeah,
on
a lot
the
of that going
challenge
around
is
lately.
entirely up to you.
I just learned today, actually, that apparently my uncle just did the same thing at his job. Just walked out one day without formally quitting. A car blew up yesterday in your college's parking lot. It's just one of those weeks, isn't it? I feel like at this point it's definitely safe to say it's just one of those weeks. For a lot of people. It was a friend of yours too? Jesus Christ. Oh. Well, I'll probably get into it later, but for those watching this on YouTube later, I had to take 2 nights off for reasons I'll probably at least touch on a little bit at some point. But yeah. Hope everybody else is hanging in there. Hope they're not going through anything too awful. Hope everyone's at least safe. Yeah. I gotta work. Very important to keep your mind distracted in times like in times like this. If you are not just outright resting or sleeping, then there is nothing wrong with doing whatever you can get a hold of to take your mind off things. Video games, music, shit posts about cats wanting cheeseburgers. Whatever you gotta do to get yourself through the day. No one was injured, that's good. Alright. I've been putting this off until near the last minute. We got 2 days left on this event, so... Gotta speedrun this nonsense. And then try to get all the actual minigames and stuff done afterwards. What if instead you shitposted about cats not wanting cheeseburgers? I mean, that's valid. I'm not sure where the humor is in cats not wanting cheeseburgers, but hey, that's just me. Maybe to somebody else out there, a cat not wanting a cheeseburger is hilarious. And that's okay. You're distracting yourself by drawing gold, Mary. Drawing is a very good distraction. I was doing that a lot the last 2 days, actually. Only 3 parts to the quest. Cool. But yeah, probably gonna be a shorter one. Just gonna get this done. Probably not gonna bother with the minigames on stream. And then, depending on how I'm feeling or if I get any phone calls that require my involvement in a situation that is still kind of ongoing, then we'll see. Might do some Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh's fun. Yu-Gi-Oh's an excellent distraction, especially shitty filler arcs. So we're playing it by ear. But for now, let's at least try and get this done.
There are so many good bargains during the Windblume Festival. Strange wandering or wolf.
Was not easy avoiding Mondstadt for the last couple of weeks, let me tell ya. It is usually my go-to default spot for like going to the Adventurers Guild and whatnot.
Good day, you two. It's nice to see you here at this festive time.
So, got any jobs for us?
Missed the explanation for why I had to take 2 nights off? No.
Commissions in the near future. With the arrival
No, I'm
of
not
the
gonna
Windblume
open with
Festival,
that.
The only task most Mondstadters are busy with is preparing gifts for their
I
loved
also still
ones.
don't want to go into
But it's
too many
customary to do this
details because it's not
oneself
exactly
without
my
assistance.
business.
Think of this period as the off-season for the
But,
Mondstadt branch of the Adventurers Guild.
I'll elaborate a little
Spring
at
is
some
here,
point.
love is in the air, and everyone wants to relax and enjoy themselves. Even the cats at the tavern next door have been getting lovey-dovey with one another recently.
For now, I'll just reiterate what I said yesterday as far as updates go. I am fine. My grandma is fine. My extended my fam, everyone is safe. Everyone is safe right now. Someone is not okay right now, but nobody's in life-threatening peril.
Ew. Gross. You know that feeling you get when you burst out the doors after a nice nap, hoping to make it to the store before the limited edition drinks sell out, only to get there just in time to see the last 2 glasses snatched away right from under your nose by a couple of pesky lovebirds? That's what this feels like.
Paimon, you are never, ever allowed to have that many words in one text box ever again. Do you hear me, young lady? Bad. Very bad. Also, we're gonna have to call the cat pirates from Nun Peace. Get these cats spayed if they're gonna be acting like this. Otherwise, we gonna have a problem here. You know that mini game in Final Fantasy X-2 where you have to make the monkeys fuck? That's gonna be Mondstadt in a month if we don't put the kibosh on this.
Perhaps you two could simply take this chance to...
Traveler, Paimon, thank goodness I...
Oh, hey, Sucrose. What? What? Okay. That's not good. I thought that was part of the cutscene for a minute. I was very confused. Broke the stream, or she broke my capture card. Or more likely, she broke the way my capture card is interacting with Kibo. Suddenly, Genshin is Doki Doki. It seems to have stopped. But let me try and recombobulate the cables real quick anyway. Not sure why that would be happening. Not sure why the heck that screen came up when I came back. Not a problem with my PS5, is it? Okay. Alright, well. Hopefully that was just a cosmic hiccup. That screen is a default when it detects a new display. That's bizarre. It has never done that just because I hooked it up to the capture card before. But whatever. Alright. What's up, Sucrose? Sorry that, reality glitched. Didn't quite catch what you said there.
Go ahead, Sucrose. We don't have anything else to do right now anyway.
Phew. Okay. Here's the situation. I've been appointed as the Windblume Festival's special ambassador by the Knights of Favonius this year. My task is to do good deeds for people during this festival of gratitude and love.
Nice one! So how did they decide who to appoint anyway?
They spun an empty bottle donated by Angel's Share inside a circle with all our names on it. Whoever's name the bottle stopped at got chosen.
That is a really, really shitty way to choose somebody for a task they most likely will not be qualified for, but okay. Who am I to question the proud customs of anime Germany? New Pokemon episode? I have not. The Ash Ketchum, the Ash finale. I have not watched any of them yet. I've seen a couple of screen caps, but I haven't actually watched any. I would like to when it's actually like done.
I think so too. But everyone said that it was to make it fair, so everyone had an equal chance to become the special ambassador. The thing is, I'm not great at dealing with people, so I was really daunted by it at first. But I'm still glad that I got this role. Luckily, I came up with a way to spur myself on, which has helped. Have a
Tater
look.
tots, ranch, green onion bits, actual tater tots being coated in buffalo. Very nice. Sounds yummy.
Is that a test tube?
Yep, every time I do a good deed for someone, I get them to breathe into a test tube. That way, I can collect everyone's breaths of joy.
Sounds
Creepy.
fascinating. Are you gonna use them in your research?
Yes. I believe these breaths of joy will serve as valuable raw materials for alchemical transmutation. With any luck, I'll be able to produce something truly miraculous.
Darn, now Paimon's hungry. Wait, you're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
Paimon, I picked the flower option.
Actually,
You don't eat raw
I meant
flowers.
something even more exciting than that. I can't say for sure until I have more test results to confirm my hypothesis,
Or do you?
though. Alchemists mustn't make claims they can't live up to.
Paimon probably eats weeds, let's be honest with ourselves.
Anyway, I'm still missing one final breath of joy.
Oh, is that all you need help with? That's easy. Just treat Paimon to a sweet madame. Then you'll get your last breath of joy.
I'm not feeding you.
Hey, come on! Paimon's doing her best to help, okay? So, does it need to be more like official or ceremonious or something?
No, joy isn't measured in those terms at all. Let me put it this way. Have you ever planted a fruit seed and cared for it while it grows?
Nope.
In the same way that those tender, sweet fruits are the product of your time and effort, the amount of joy derived from an experience is positively correlated to the degree of hardship overcome during it. For example, in my case, I would say that to experience a statistically significant amount of joy, I'd have to do something like spend 6 months developing a medicine formula to a point where it was finally consistently effective. Similarly, in order to collect a significant amount of joy from other people, I have to find ways to do something sufficiently challenging on their behalf.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. Long story short, you want us to help you find people for you to help. Oh, that's pretty tough given that it's the Windblume Festival and all.
Oh, I figured since you're such experienced travelers, you might have some ideas. But if even you don't know how to approach this... Really? You have a plan?
Well, if she's in, then Paimon will help too. With the talking, anyway.
Theoretically, that should be a cute moment of being like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna do anything other than talk for the traveler because they can't. But because she does that, so it's not funny. You're not funny, Paimon. You're not cute. It's just obnoxious.
But, if things don't work out, can Paimon still get that sweet madame?
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, come on, Traveler. This is a festival of gratitude and
That's not my
love
name.
after all. How could you refuse?
Excuse me, Sucrose? Could I borrow you for a second? Package for you.
Shove her in a
sure.
locker.
Be right back.
Hard delay on the auto advance for this one.
Paimon thinks it is? That's Kale, right? When did she arrive at Mondstadt?
Kala, you gotta get out of here. We got a strict quota on people with green hair. Sucrose is already here. We can't have you and Sucrose in the same quest. Is Paimon officially canceled? Yes. After how good that Archon quest with Dane was, and one of the main reasons it was so good was precisely because Paimon wasn't around running her gob. Yes, Paimon's officially canceled. Too much
And
green.
that's everything. Are they all in satisfactory condition?
Yep. Thank you, Marjorie.
Oh, didn't mean to blow your... try to chop her head off. Also, yeah, I'll explain that part now. Yeah, I got Dia. Literally just because I was bored. That is my only excuse. I didn't get rid of all my resources, just... Yeah, she's still not good. She's functional. I'm able to clear dailies with her, no issue, but I got Kazuha here to make up for her shoving people away, since he sucks them back in. But yeah, she's not good. Don't be like me. I literally only did it because I was bored and because I realized, wait, if I'm not gonna even bother trying to get Mika, then what am I saving for? I'm saving for Baiju, but like he's not coming out until next patch, so I'll have saved up some again by then. So I was like, whatever.
Hey!
Oh. Hey, you guys. What are the chances?
You were staring into space just now. Something the matter?
No, don't worry. I'm fine. I was just looking at a Mondstadt children's book in the souvenir shop over there. While I was flipping through it, a piece of paper fell out. The writing on it was really mysterious. Almost like a prophecy. If you can do these things, you may light the lantern of utmost joy and receive a supreme blessing.
And what does these things refer to?
Find a flower that is not of this world. Find a guide who will never get lost. Find one who would never lie. Find a legend that never ends.
Is Kale not getting reading? No, not at all. Yeah. Yeah, the game didn't get too deep into it, but yeah, she's got an actually pretty fucked up backstory. Yeah, she didn't have a whole lot of time for that whole learning thing.
So, 4 things in total. Here, have a look. I asked a lady who owns the store about it, but she said that she didn't know anything about any paper slips.
She is learning? She's learning.
Sorry to butt in, but what's the name of that storybook you just mentioned? Oh, it was called The Boar Princess. That is strange. I've read that book, and it sounds like that note you found has no relation to the story at all. Do you know her?
Let Paimon do the honors. Kale, this is Sucrose, an alchemist with the Knights of Favonius. And Sucrose, meet Kale. She's a trainee forest ranger from Sumeru's Avidia Forest.
Boy, Princess Blue Lions fan fictioning Genshin.
Hi.
Demi left daughter confirmed? Ayo. Yeah, by that same extension, Kale is also not very good with people.
This is getting awkward fast.
But neither is Sucrose, so it works out.
So, Sucrose, what are your thoughts on this prophecy? Could it be real?
Green hair equals anxiety in the Genshin world, apparently. Well, that's right. Shinobu exists now.
I couldn't comment definitively.
Shinobu's pretty outgoing. She kind of has to be when she works for Ito, or is Ito's actual boss. It's a whole thing.
But if you want my subjective opinion, I don't think that it's a nasty prank or anything. The only people who read children's books are those with a childlike wonder and imagination. Or children, of course. I'm sure that whoever
Yeah, there's
put
also
this prophecy
Baiju,
there
now that
would
he's about to be
understand
real.
that.
Chi-Chi's
Would
gay
they
dad.
really do this just to spread lies and ruin someone's innocence? I can't imagine
He seems
anyone
pretty
being so
sociable.
cool. That's a great take. I love it.
She'd be more silent. We're not being in league with Ito for reasons we can't
child's
comprehend, pretty much.
Okay, so
She was an
what do
introvert
you
until
think the
she
blessing is,
started
Sucrose?
working with Ito. I guarantee it.
if I had to guess, maybe a fairy that that can make people's wishes come true or something? I haven't read many fairy tales, so this is pure speculation. With no other information on hand or prior research to compare against, I'm afraid it might not even be worth
Did explain the
considering.
mask? Oh yeah, that's right, she does have the mask. Yeah, she don't like showing her face.
Her guesswork is really good, though. I want to pick her brain some more.
I really, really wish this game had a hide text feature, because dear God. Just the zoom in on that face. I have seen some shit. Hey, Beth.
But will she find it annoying if I keep asking her questions? We've only just met after all. What's the best thing to say to someone?
That's
who only knows
exactly
for the
what
first
having
time?
social phobias is like. Someone did their research.
Well, yes. I mean, if possible.
Then, what would you wish for, Kale?
I'd wish for
Oh, honey.
a better personality.
I mean, relatable, but come on.
Huh? You can't waste it on that. You've got a great personality already. That's very kind of you. But if you know me like I do...
I'd wish for buffs.
I know that voice. It's...
Her buff is the fact that I have her at C6 now because I was stupid and ended up getting Dia after all. There's your buff. You're fine, honey. Unless you're wishing for a buff for Dia, in which case that's very nice of you.
Kale! You made good time, huh? You're way earlier than I expected. I spotted your green hair
She gets
way
to
off
see
in
her
the distance.
girlfriend again.
Good thing my eyes are sharp, or I'd have missed you.
Ain't that sweet?
Amber! Have you been doing well? Did you... finish all the pita pockets I brought you last time?
Oh. Oh, God, Best. Not you two. I don't know what the fuck is happening this week, because it ain't just to me. It's to literally fucking everyone I've talked to, it seems like. Jesus.
You bet. They're getting yummier each time you make them.
Huh? Wait, remind Paimon, have you been to Mondstadt before? A long time ago, I had a
Yeah,
lot
your
of
uncle
help
too,
from a
Gamrek?
lot of people here in Mondstadt. So
Again.
ever since my Elazar got better, I've been looking out
Everyone
for
I
an
know.
opportunity to come back to Mondstadt and tell them all
Seems
the
like
news
it's
that I've been
something.
cured. Thanks.
If it's okay with everyone, why don't I take Kale for a walk around town? I'd like to show her some of the places she didn't get to see last time.
Of course. Fine by me.
Sure, go right ahead. Sorry, Amber. I agreed to meet my traveling companions by the city gate in a few minutes, so I can't go.
Oh,
with
did you bring
just
other
yet.
characters from Sumeru?
Oh, that's all right.
Pog.
In that case, you guys go rest up, and I'll go see Master Jean to ask for some time off.
Oh, okay.
Traveler Sucrose, could you look after Kale for now? I'll come get her later and take her out. There's still a whole bunch of people I need to introduce her to.
Sure, no problem.
Awesome. See you later then.
You all right there, Kale? You look kinda disappointed. I'm sorry. I'm just feeling a little shy today. Don't worry about me. Amber wants to introduce me to more of her friends. Am I gonna be able to cope? I've only met Sucrose so far, and I'm already struggling to make conversation. I wish I had a little more self-confidence. Then I'd find it much easier to make friends with people. It's nearly time! Let's go to the gate and see if they've arrived.
God, Best. I'll be hoping for the best for you. Hopefully it's not a worst case scenario. Dia, stop. Climbing walls is not going to get you buffed. Getting buffed will get you buffed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She brought a problematic voice actor.
Such a great view.
And a really good voice actor. Love you, Yuri Bird. This is also going to make people start talking about these two being her gay dads again. Whoa.
I mean, it's understandable. It must have been a long time since you last came to Mondstadt.
Is that the same voice? I can't tell. Because I wasn't familiar with him before he got cast. And it's been a long time since we've heard from Tignari. Maxwell made a new Genshin video? Oh, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I'll see how I'm feeling. Flash if anything's come up. But yeah. Again, Neo, you say they haven't changed it yet. You gotta remember these things take time. For one thing, it's an English voice actor, so they have to coordinate with a different studio that's not in their country. It's a lot harder to, force immediate changes. And, there's a shit... And it will not be just, oh, all the new voice acting will be this person. Like, they are going to redo everything and just completely scrub him from the game, and that does take time.
Because it is the true Great Vayu Viastra.
I missed this.
Oh, come on. Don't tell me you don't get it.
Let me spend an hour explaining it to
and
you.
Also Mahamatra, Vayu Viastra. No?
Yeah, I think it's the same guy, but I can't tell. But they're working on it. They are working on it.
Am I glad to see you?
Yeah, best. I know that, like I said.
And who's this young lady?
Master, this is Sucrose, an alchemist.
Just
with the
try to
Knights of
stay as
Favonius.
positive as you can
We
until you
just
know
met.
for sure what's up, okay?
Sucrose, this is my teacher Tainari. He's a highly respected forest watcher in Sumeru.
Hey, sub.
And he's also a very famous botanist.
I hope your
Always
week's been better than
exaggerating.
most of
I'm
ours.
Tainari. Pleased to meet you.
So you have a teacher as well. The pleasure is all mine, Tainari, sir.
Yep, he's extremely knowledgeable too. And this is General Mahamatra Sino of the Sumeru Academia. He's really famous in Sumeru as well.
Greetings. Though if I might say so, we're purely here for personal reasons. You needn't be unduly concerned with our official positions. And Kale, there's no need to use my full title. Sino is fine. Or sir, if you absolutely must.
Or Sino,
Indeed.
how it's supposed
We're
to
not
actually be
here in an official
pronounced.
capacity, just to keep Kale company on her vacation.
Hey, Stu.
Keep me company? But
It
was
has
you
you
two
aced
that
some tests,
insisted
did
on
some fun stuff,
coming.
and are having a concert you're
Kale
preparing for.
is
That's
very
awesome.
important to us.
Glad to hear it.
We felt obliged to ensure
Glad at
her
least
safety
someone's
on the
doing
long,
all right.
treacherous journey to Mondstadt.
But I've been here on my own.
Do we
loads of
need a
times
hug?
before.
Probably. At least a good chunk of us do this week, it seems.
What about your work, though?
I'd certainly appreciate it.
Something bad happens while the General Mahamatra's away.
There should be no issues. I have left my duties
Wednesday
in
was
the
fun other
hands
that
of
was
my
so-and-so. I'll
subordinates,
take so-and-so.
and two especially reliable helpers.
Oh, Sucrose. What were you saying about you having a teacher as well?
Kawaii just has two dads.
I was
Fusion,
just
not you
going to
two. That's what they
mention that.
want.
I think we're in a somewhat similar situation. I'm an assistant to Mr. Albedo, Mondstadt's genius alchemist.
If Albedo is also featured in this event, then it's automatically at least a 9. Albedo is a harbinger of Kino. Oh, thank you very much, sub. Appreciate it.
Oh, please, Sucrose. Genius is
Hey!
an unnecessary epithet. It will serve only to leave an exaggerated impression of me in the minds of our guests.
I've been poisoned by Fire Emblem Engage. It's weird to hear this voice and not see exposed armpits on screen.
Mr. Albedo, but it is an objective truth.
Hey, Albedo's here too. Great.
Yet.
Barrier.
Your week was mostly just an absurd amount of red flags and rain. Lots
So
of
tell me,
rain. I would
Sucrose,
like some rain right
since
now.
your specialty is bioalchemy,
Yours was pretty good before that
what do
shit
you know
best.
about the antitoxic properties of the calla lily?
Albedo could take off his shirt.
Hold off on the nerdy topic for
Party's
now.
just getting started, man.
Doesn't want to be left out.
Oh, as it happens,
Found some cool
I've
games. That's
studied the
good.
calla lily in quite some detail before, with it being a species native to Mondstadt. I wrote a whole report on my findings. If you're interested, Mr. Tainari, sir, I can go get it for you.
We're supposed to be here on vacation, and you're already thinking about how to improve your herbal medicines? Also, I thought we'd agreed to take on new identities for this trip.
New identities.
We were supposed to
Mine
go
was
undercover
Adventure
as a
Sino,
married couple.
skilled desert explorer.
Hey, Blanco, how you
Tainari's
doing?
was technological consultant to the treasure hoarders. And Kale's was...
That green-haired glasses
traveling
chick, you
musician.
think you hate her? You don't like Sucrose? I think she's cute.
Very much so.
I do wish some of the less cautious adventurers in the Avidya forest would consider coming to Mondstadt instead. What Philanimo mushrooms lack in texture, they make up for in not causing vomiting or diarrhea.
Why would you say diarrhea in
Are you
in a video
contemplating
game?
using some compounds from the calla
Why?
as
Just her
active
design?
ingredients in
Okay.
a targeted antidote?
Yes.
I don't really agree. I don't really
gathered a
see any
few on
issue
the
with her.
way
I actually
here,
kind of like her
And my
design.
initial research suggests to me that it could be worth a try.
Okay, I got it.
Very simple
But
compared to some other characters, but I can
As
actually
much as
appreciate
I
that.
don't wish to be a wet blanket. It takes a huge amount of experimental data to conclusively prove how different drugs interact. Estimating the total development time would be very difficult.
Never heard of it?
Adding
Yeah,
the
I
time
haven't
for
either, actually, so I
procurement
can't
and
tell you
delivery of
anything
essential
either.
materials, and I'm not sure if we could complete development before you need to return.
He's drawing dick butts. You think
Then
the shade doesn't
please,
work with her
allow
clothes?
me
I
to
think it's
help.
fine.
Mr. Albedo.
It's more of a minty green.
Apologies for my tardy entrance in the present discussion.
I think it's fine.
I understand you're looking to make an antidote for poisonous fungi, correct? If you happen to have some samples with you, or relevant documentation on hand, perhaps you might give me the chance to review them later. But before that, I invite the three of you to look at this.
First game the P3 door artist did. Okay.
Food and lodging arrangements. Were you quietly writing this up the whole time? Paimon didn't even notice.
He's very good.
Hardly. Rather, I should apologize for interrupting a serious discussion between trained professionals, especially after they've traveled so far to be here, when I myself am neither an adventurer, nor a technological consultant, nor a musician. Nevertheless, I would encourage you to have a knowledgeable local arrange your detailed itinerary while you're in Mondstadt. Take a look, and should you find anything here to be objectionable, it can easily be adjusted.
This is too kind of you. These arrangements are quite excellent.
It looks great. Even Paimon feels like tagging along for the food and board. That's why it's called tagging along.
Very comprehensive. The adventurer, technological consultant,
I love
and
early
musician
2000s
will
anime.
approve.
Or
Thank
late
you.
2000s, actually.
Just one thing. We'd like the chance to cook as well. Why don't we change the group dinner to a camping and cooking trip?
I'll help pitch the tents.
I can help too.
And Paimon will take her to Good Hunter to order some starters. Mondstadt's cold cut platter is not to be missed.
You're gonna order takeout for a camping trip? Paimon, you suck.
Great, then it's decided. Sucrose and I will bring the three of you to your inn for a quick rest. You two, let's meet by the lake this evening.
He's flirting again. I'm scared. You by the lake. How romantic! He's gonna show us his armpits, man. Just like Kagetsu. It's
Sarah,
happening.
Can we have a cold cut platter to go?
Sure, coming right up. Would you like anything else?
Do we, want anything else?
Mozzie sticks. Oh, get her goddamn turkey so she'll shut up.
Yay! So you do remember after all! You're just the best! Paimon will give you the sweet flower from that sweet madame as a Windblume.
No.
No need to worry about that! Paimon can make room for good food.
Ew.
All right, just a moment.
Oh, that was great. If that was a Windblume treat, then Paimon wishes it could be the
Uh-oh.
Windblume Festival
Sub, joke's on you. I've always got time for onions on P4. As a story writer, the story is complex, great, and you love all the characters. As a musician, the music slaps. Going on a shopping spree around town with your affection in the background is so fucking good. As a min-maxer, Victory Cry is a busted ability. Managed to get it before Rize's dungeon. Holy shit, very nice. As a sexual disaster, you're in love with the entire cast and cannot be gayer for kanji. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. I'm glad you're having a good time with it. Persona 4 is still my personal favorite of the modern personas, and it's come under a lot of fire in more recent years due to certain audiences discovering it and reading stuff into it that's not true, and just it's been kind of dragged through the mud in recent times. So to hear somebody going into it for the first time and actually having that much fun genuinely makes my day. I'm glad to hear that. Glad you're a kanji stan. He's very good. Sounds like the idea of a Tenacious D song. What's this? Jack Black has been cast in Dear Santa with Bobby Farrelly set to direct. Young boy who writing his letter Santa mixes up the letters and sends it to Satan instead. Outstanding. When's the last time I heard a Satan Santa joke? Probably that evil Santa movie with Bill Goldberg in it. Very timely joke. Procrastination is a huge bitch.
All right, looks like we're all here.
Not at all. We just came early to set everything up, since we happened to
Yeah,
be free
Santa
today.
Sleigh, that's the one.
Kale put up the tent so
I can never remember the
quickly,
name of it, but that is
but
indeed the
still
one.
managed to tie very sturdy knots. You can really tell that she's a professional. I didn't do much apart from passing materials around.
Thanks. It's all thanks to Master and Sino. They taught me everything I know.
What can I say? For a skilled adventurer, this is just another day on the job.
Are you quite finished? Or were you going to sing each other's praises till the moon rises?
Shinji!
Come on, let's all sit down.
My baby. Just gonna put who you believe the killer is for fun. Something inside Teddy feels like a shadow version, but darker. Teddy's number 1, 2 is Adachi, because there has to be a reason why the internet hates him. 3, that one student with the mole. Okay. Oh, yeah, I know who you mean. I always forget his name. But yes. And then the jokes. The fox, that one gas station attendant because they had a voice line. 6, Daitara's other eye, and 7, Funky Student. It's obviously Funky Student. I can't believe you figured it out already. Most people don't. Best character in the game, Funky Student.
That sunshine sprat was really very good. I didn't watch you cook it, but I believe that the prominent umami flavor of the dish owes itself to more than the fish alone.
What dungeon are you on, just out of curiosity?
That's correct. Any further deductions?
Let me think. The aroma was quite uniform. Unlike that of a spice blend, it was also unfamiliar to me. So I would venture
You're at
that it was
Rize's?
a
Okay, cool.
Mondstadt
Yeah.
specialty. As far as edible Mondstadt plant species are concerned, calla
Yeah,
lilies are
good catch
usually
on
used in
some of those
soups. So if I
things
had to
in terms of them being
guess,
sus.
small lampgrass?
I won't say which ones are correct or incorrect, but very
That's right.
interesting observations.
I've long heard that Sumeru's fish with cream sauce is noted for its gentle texture, which brings out the tenderness
Yo,
of
that
the
Jiro
fish.
art.
Here in Mondstadt, we're
You
not
know.
quite as varied in the use of spices as in Sumeru, but the principle of bringing certain distinct flavors to the forefront through combinations of natural ingredients is
Can we
very much the same.
Can we once again appreciate / laugh at the fact that all of the manlet / womanlet characters, which is all there is in the scene even, can we stop and appreciate the fact that none of their feet can reach the ground in these chairs? They're all just dangling.
I liked it a lot. I'm curious as to the exact ratio of ingredients.
I'll write a copy of the recipe for you.
Would anyone like to try the nutrient-dense meal I made?
I'll have some.
You're all short!
What about you, Kale? It doesn't look like you've eaten very much. Is your appetite low at the moment?
The fact that Teddy is literally empty inside tells you there's a dark man inside, there's gonna be something deeper inside. Not Teddy himself, like some void chaos entity. That, or it's a persona for someone in the real world. Very interesting observations. You see a lot. I respect that. A lot of people kind of. A lot of people. One of the other things, in terms of Persona 4's legacy, is that people seem to hate Teddy. Like, I don't know if it. I didn't get into the fandom early enough to know if that was always the case. Maybe it was, but like people seem to hate Teddy. Like people say he's worse than Morgana, which I strongly disagree with. Like, Teddy's got some annoying quirks, to be sure, but I feel like with him, it's justified because of one simple fact. Teddy is a child. Like, the wanting to smooch girls thing is creepy and dumb, but again, he is a literal goddamn child, and he is very, very clearly just, like, emulating shit he's heard from other people. Mostly Yosuke. Yosuke's a very bad influence. Stupid garbage man. My favorite character. Love him. Like, he would not know what to do with a girl if he actually had the ability to do something to one.
No. I just don't eat a lot normally.
Awkward.
Sorry. I didn't mean to make things awkward.
Tainari.
Hating Teddy's been a
While
thing
we
since
were on the
2015,
road,
because that's when you joined the
we
fandom.
spotted something white, walking on two legs. Was that Paimon?
Which day was this?
Just after passing through Stonegate.
The band does indeed have Rise in it.
Sino.
She's
Are
the
you
lead
sure
singer.
your eyes were working that day? Or maybe your hood was blocking your vision?
Speaking of sus
Paimon
Paimon.
always flies. There's no way she'd ever walk.
Is that right? I thought that you'd made me snacked on too many
Characters
local
finding constant vibe with it.
ground nuts.
You can't, and
No.
we can be peaceful about that
Not
fusion.
funny.
Yeah.
Ground, you know. As in ground
Ooh,
up,
Klapalo.
but also the ground.
Very nice.
Ground nuts make you fall to the ground.
Shut up! Stop explaining the joke! Sino, please!
Think of this as part of the process of getting to know Sino. On the bright side, these jokes show that he thinks of you as his friends.
Still, we could test the hypothesis.
What hypothesis?
That plant species
You're fine with
indigenous to
Marie?
Mondstadt
Oof.
may have an effect on the motor functions
That's
of
deep
flying
cut.
life forms.
Hey! Paimon's not your test subject!
That is a deep, dank-ass cut.
Anyway, by your logic, wouldn't that mean that eating, say, Zaitun peaches, that would make a sick Paimon peachy in no time or something?
If Yosuke actually wanted to get with a girl after becoming close to you, he doesn't. That's the thing. He doesn't seem to, like, try to move on, not really. Not beyond, like, very vain, obviously shallow attempts that don't actually mean anything. Because he's found the love of his life. And it's gay.
Hey! Not you two! I think the Traveler and Paimon's conversations
Also
are
fine with the girl
more
in Monarchy.
entertaining
Now,
than
I's
Sino's jokes.
fine. I like I.
I see.
Ooh,
You
shirtless
must have been
Diamond.
keeping quiet about this grievance for
Thank
some time now.
you.
You seem much cheerier now that you're here in Mondstadt, Sino. Actually, feels like you're a completely different person.
Tee tee.
That's because I'm Sino the Adventurer.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. He seems about the same to me.
It's not?
In fairness, you only saw him in his work mode while you were in Sumeru. He's actually like this most of the time when he's in a good mood.
Yep, it's true. Sometimes when he's eating, he'll grumble about how the bowl is too shallow for the amount of food it contains and other random stuff like that.
I
Let's
understand.
Genshin loving JC. How you
And
doing?
allow me to reintroduce myself.
How's your week been?
Before, you knew me as General Mahamatra Sino. Now, please see me as Sino the Adventurer.
Yeah, so that's another thing he does. He'll keep repeating something he thinks is funny until you stop trying to resist.
Mm-hmm.
So you have two different mental states? Almost like different phases of matter. Interesting. I want to learn to do that too.
How busted is Yoshitsune? In general, he's pretty busted. I don't think he's quite as busted in 4 as he is in 5, but he is nonetheless very good. He just he has in 5 at least. I forget what the deal for sure is in 4, but I know the thing in 5 is that in particular he has a signature move that's only learnable by him. That is just very, very easily exploitable. The reception for 4 has improved a bit in recent years because the period 4 of B5, you saw tons of people sick of it, and just what the new thing was just B5. Oh yeah, well that was a thing in general. Because yeah, like for as sick as people are right now of P5 getting milked, it was it was the exact same thing with 4. Like I think 5 has already technically been milked more than 4, but like it was the exact same thing. Yeah. Like, that period almost doesn't count, because that wasn't even necessarily criticism against the game. That was just people sick of all the spin-offs and milking of the franchise.
I think in your case, the two states we would end up with would be highly conscientious sucrose and stupefied sucrose.
P5X is an official game, but it was outsourced to a Chinese company and is going to be released in China first. We do not know if it's being released outside of China, even. It is a very, very bizarre situation that I thought for sure was some kind of knockoff when it first got revealed. But it is actually officially licensed. We're not sure about it being put into other countries, and it is almost certainly a gacha. So, we'll see how that goes. I'm not playing it, even if it does get localized, quite frankly. I think it's very shameless and kind of pathetic that they're doing something like that. But hey. Doing okay. Your throat got dried yesterday, and it's gotten to the point where it becomes scratchy, so you need to drink lots of vitamin C like Alka-Seltzer to feel better soon. Okay. Yeah, keep doing that. You take care of yourself. A lot of people seem to be having a rough week, so whatever you can, even though that's a minor inconvenience, still, take care of yourself. Drink plenty of OJ.
Oh, by the way, was there any reason in particular that you chose Mondstadt as your destination on this occasion?
Oh, well, Lisa once told me that the Windblume Festival is one of Mondstadt's biggest events of the year. I wanted to take this opportunity to give everyone a Windblume as a token of my heartfelt gratitude for everything they've done to look after me.
Yeah, again,
Plus,
the
it was a
design,
good chance for
the
Kale to
designs
get
in
out and meet
particular.
some new people.
Kale
Ara.
Lily.
What?
Shut the fuck up.
Kale's Windblume. Maybe she should call it a Kale Lily. It sounds very Mondstadt.
Same.
There's also cauliflower, which would technically make more sense. But
Stop!
somehow it doesn't sound as nice.
Moving swiftly on.
Oh, dear.
Wow, he just completely ignored the joke and carried on the conversation. Guess sometimes that's the only way forward.
I mean, would you rather him explain the joke in detail?
Sumeru's been through some major changes recently, and things at work.
It wasn't
have
done
only
by the
just
usual
started to
artist,
calm
was it
down.
not?
I don't get many opportunities.
I'll say
to
that the
take a
artist did a
vacation,
decent job
and this was a
emulating the
chance to
style.
join Kale on her trip while also
It's
learning
just
a few
that,
things about Mondstadt's flora and fauna.
It's just
that I'll
that
be
the
able
actual
to pass
designs
on to my peers
themselves
and
are
students on
very,
my
like,
return.
lazy.
Two birds with one stone.
Watch the Maxer video, someone was saying he's got a new one out.
I came to ensure Kale's safety.
Yeah, the guy with the big ears that aren't part of a helmet like Sinnoh's, the green one, yeah. Yeah, his voice actor is the extremely problematic one, who is in the process of being expunged from the game. Again, these things take time. This dialogue was probably recorded, like, at least 2 months ago, before that shit really hit critical mass, and, since they are replacing him whole cloth, it's gonna take time to redub everything. But yeah, it's extremely fucked up. If there's one character I'm okay with talking over, it's him right now. We can just read the text and pretend it's someone else. I think somebody mentioned Johnny Young Bosch would be a good replacement. I kind of agree. If they're gonna use Johnny, I'd personally kind of rather them have a newer, cooler character, but he's definitely got kind of the same vibe, and you know, isn't a complete piece of shit like this asshole. So
That's just an excuse. Plain and simple.
Also, there's the matter of a Genius Invocation TCG custom-made card back.
I'm not playing the goddamn card game. I have not touched that thing in a month.
Have you all played Genius Invocation?
Yeah, most things are good when Johnny Young Bosch replaces something. The owl's design is okay, but I will say its actual in-game portrait looks unfinished. Like they forgot to shade parts of it.
And that is why I am proud to call you my friend. When I first began contemplating getting a new card back,
500 away
I
from
asked
20k.
around before
God damn,
eventually
dude.
deciding to ask the legendary Mr. Calx for
That is
guidance.
awesome.
A friend of mine, Sawada, whom I played cards with on occasion, had been to Inazuma for the Irodori festival. He told me that Calx was a Mondstatter, so I should try my luck there.
Calx? Isn't that...
Uh-oh.
You mean, he's a friend of yours?
Uh-oh.
I see. So, you came to
I
Mondstadt
remember.
in search of Calx.
No, that is inaccurate. I came here principally to protect Kale.
Aw.
You most certainly did not. Kale's been here on the quiet numerous times, and this is the first time you felt the need to join.
Not only me, same applies to you too, doesn't it?
If my writer friend were here now, I'm sure he would describe this curious coincidence as having the makings of a good story. It's always a pleasure to meet a fan.
Oh, here it comes.
Wait, you mean you're Mr. Calx?
Having my new friends address me by my pen name feels somewhat unusual.
You could definitely hear
Please,
Johnny as
just
Tagnari,
call
yeah.
me Albedo.
Huh.
Yeah, like I said, I
So
would
you're
prefer, kind of
Calx.
prefer he get a cool, like, newer
Sino's
character.
been talking about you nonstop
But
recently.
yeah.
He's intense.
He's
on
definitely
getting
got a
you to
similar
design
energy to his
bespoke
voice.
Card back for him.
You didn't have to say all that.
I don't usually take private commissions, but I believe that we are friends now, all of us. Our conversations have been deep and interesting, and Sino, your passion for this game is indeed one of a kind. I can see it in your eyes.
Nobody loves Yu-Gi-Oh more than you.
Obviously.
And given that you've come all this way from Sumeru to see me, I'd be quite honored to take this commission.
Fast friends in a day? I mean, hey. We've spent more time talking to each other than Vale spent talking to Colgate. So that's something, right?
Wow, your teacher's so nice.
I feel
I'll
the same
take it.
about yours. Well, they definitely.
And we
have
didn't even have to
different
show
personalities,
anyone, and nobody even
but
had to
they're
show their
similar when
feet.
it comes to their character.
So, how much
That's
should
not
I
true.
budget
Sino
for the
doesn't wear
timeless
shoes.
masterpiece you will produce for me?
Surely timeless
I forgot.
masterpiece is something of an overstatement.
Any artwork fit to appear on the reverse of my card decks is by definition a timeless masterpiece, even if I do say so myself.
Don't mind him. These
He also
TCG
doesn't wear a
nut
shirt.
jobs are all like this.
I see. So, this has an almost religious significance.
Tignari's probably more of
For
a D&D guy.
I'd like to hear a few more of your jokes.
My jokes? You like them?
Albedo, will you be my new best friend?
I do.
Really? I didn't see you laughing.
Well, the joke's ability to induce laughter is a separate matter, but I certainly
I don't think
find them
Albedo's ever
fun.
laughed, period.
If I might interrupt, does anyone else smell something strange?
My nutritional meal.
Will it be okay? Should we go over and take a look too?
So, a good joke is not necessarily required to make people laugh at them.
I'd be grateful if you could check on Sucrose. As for our new friends here, leave them to me.
Well, Albedo and Sucrose were delightful, but this was still an exhausting meal.
Hey, he's your husband, according to the internet.
The cooking pot. Is everything okay?
This event is quite interesting. It's cute so far. Focusing on some characters you wouldn't necessarily expect. It's been a while since Sucrose has really been in anything significant.
Only the base is burned. We can still use the cooking pot. It just needs a bit of a wash.
Good thing Tainari's nose is so sharp. Has he been in this kind of situation a lot before?
He's a weird Fennec Fox dog man person. He's just got a good nose.
I know, it's just... I'm sorry to disappoint Sino. I guess we'll have to do this again another day. Oh, yes. I'm not sure if you've noticed. Kali seems a little... depressed. I noticed she was in a low mood when everyone was talking. Remember that note she received? I was just thinking. I want to try solving this riddle and giving Kali the chance to accept the blessing.
Oh, yeah! She's the one who needs your help.
Exactly. Maybe she'll be willing to breathe into my test tube. But anyway,
Sounds
that can wait.
really fucking bad out of
As much
context.
as I'd like to make progress in my research, I'd prefer to see her smile.
All right, we'll help out too.
You will? Then tell me, honestly, do you think that this prophecy is for real too?
For real?
Uh-huh. Right.
All right, let's meet at the alchemy crafting bench in the city. I've got some thinking to do in the meantime. We're back.
Oh, what a shame. You just missed a joke about windmills.
JC, no.
Stop, please. I don't need to hear it a fifth time.
Yes, you do.
Bad, huh? Well, now Paimon really wants to hear it for some reason.
Didn't you say you want to see the Dragon of the East at some point? When are you going?
Tomorrow morning. And you? What are your plans?
I'll go into the mountains to have a stroll and collect a few plants as samples.
Oh, perhaps I could join you? I'll be looking for inspiration for these card back illustrations.
Found you!
Yo! Amber's other
I knew
girlfriend.
I was onto something as soon as I saw the fire.
Hi, Eula. You haven't had a rerun in over a year. How you doing? How does it feel knowing they made a character to be your dedicated support, and then didn't actually rerun you to go along with them, but are rerunning Shinhei instead? How's it feel, girl? This game's really fucking stupid sometimes.
Wow, you have really sharp eyes.
That's an outrider for you.
Uh-oh. Did we break the fire safety rules or something?
Yeah,
Actually,
wait, who
you
the fuck
didn't.
are you?
Strictly speaking, you should have reported
You're
your
not
plans
an
first.
alpaca
But
farmer.
since two of our very own alchemists are here, I'm happy to look the other way.
This Amber would never fart in our face.
Ah, yes, introductions. I'm Amber, and this is the Reconnaissance Company Captain Eula, a good friend of mine.
Good evening. You are friends of Kale, yes? A pleasure to meet you.
Oh, Amber and Eula. The pleasure is ours. I've heard a lot about both of you from Kale.
A shame that Al isn't with him. You would love to see how he treats, how if treats him differently now that if he's happy. That would actually be kind of interesting, yeah. After how into it they got during the Archon quest. If it's different when Sino's not on the job, since he's actually allowed to tell his stupid jokes and talk about Yu-Gi-Oh,
Oh, really? All positive?
like I kept
hope?
begging for
You asked that
during his
last
story
time,
quest.
too. Of course it was positive.
I'd say we hear the latest news about you every time you write to Kale.
Glad to know we've made a good impression so far. Anyway, we're just here to collect Kale, so don't let us interrupt your chat. Come on, Kale. We're gonna take you to check out a few scenic spots.
Okay, great.
still as high energy as always.
You know Amber?
Yes, we've met. She's Kale's most important friend, and for that, we are also very grateful to her.
That's Amber for you. Her outgoing personality means she can make friends with just about anybody.
It's getting late, and we still have a lot lined up tomorrow. I suggest we all head back and get some rest.
Thanks to the next over to you, you know now that you can name Scare a Bitch. Yes, that is a thing you can do. I named him Yamato because I was also knee deep in Devil Survivor 2 when his quest came out, and we were very much having a good time shitposting about Yamato, and they've kind of got the same bitch energy, and he has origins in the Genshin equivalent of Japan, so I thought it was cute.
All right, I'll start packing up.
Get the tone
A
deaf
close
guard
second
and
would
check
it
out
was
that new
idea
art.
was Fujin, since his mom is Raiden. Thunder and wind, ha ha ha. Oh, oh my god. If you could reclass Alir to a wolf knight and have it be Sami instead of a wolf, then the game would go up at least 1 point for me.
Guess Paimon knows you pretty well, huh?
I'm sorry,
Knowing
Crest.
him, he should be
His
hitting
name
the
is
taverns
Crest.
around this time.
To go with Colgate-chan.
We can go corner him and make him answer our questions. Let's move.
Ew, Yamato. Don't ew Yamato's secret. Before this week went to hell in a handbasket, I was strongly considering having the next donation goal be Yamato's standee to put in my room. But because of some of the stuff going on right now, I don't really want to spend a whole lot of money, period. Might not even be able to actually get my headphones. Mostly memeing, fair enough. And not Suzy K. I don't want to copy KZ. Suzy K would be awesome, but I don't want to feel like a copycat. I want to get something original. Oh no. He's looking right at me, Ray.
Oh, it's been a while.
Not really.
Paimon called it. Tone deaf bard drinking as usual.
What a surprise.
Drink down and get your game face on. We've got some important questions for you, mister.
Okay.
Eat any good arms lately? That's my question.
So, what do you make of it?
What are your thoughts?
Aren't you forgetting something? It's the Windblume Festival right now. You can't just go around asking people for help so blatantly.
Well, if you won't tell us the answer, could you at least tell us if this thing's worth a shot?
Sounds to me like you want a hint or two.
And a blessing.
A fine answer. The person who wrote this prophecy is very powerful. If you manage to solve the riddle, good things are sure to happen. Also, I happen to know where this lantern is. Once you've found the 4 things, I'll even write the location down for you. Isn't that generous of me?
Whatever. We weren't expecting much from you anyway. You can get back to guzzling wine and blowing wind now.
Oh, woe is me. Paimon sees me as nothing more than a drunken wastrel. There are actually a great many things that we bards are required to do. It just happens that enjoying life is the most important one. Once this is over, would you like to join me for a drink? You know, a favor for a favor.
Oh, bent.
A flower that is not of this world. Not of this world.
Sucrose! We've got some good news and some bad news. Which would you like to hear first?
Let's have the bad news first, I guess.
Huh? Really? hear the good stuff first? Oh,
Nah,
alright
not
then.
necessarily.
Basically, we went to Windrise to divine the breeze. The wind said that the prophecy is real and that your idea is a really good one.
That doesn't sound like bad news. So what's the real bad news then?
Paimon ate the bad news!
Shut up! Sucrose is not amused.
Blame Sino! If it's not funny, then it's his fault!
Don't you
It's
drag
fine.
Yuri Bird into this.
Well, that puts my mind at rest. Now, back to the other issue I've been mulling over. I was thinking about the flower that is not of this world. It could mean a human-cultivated variety that doesn't occur in nature. But that's basically claiming that it doesn't come from this world in the first place, when actually it's just a variant of an existing breed. So, the initial question is, can the flower's origins be traced back to a natural organism? If so, it cannot be correctly described as not of this world. But then, supposing we identified something outside of that category, whose job would it be to decide whether it belongs in this world or not? Then the question becomes, do of this world and from this world mean the same thing? Or is it deeper than that?
Whoa, slow down! Paimon's head is already starting to spin!
Okay, I did have one other line of thought as well. What about a flower created using alchemy? Would that be not of this world? Alberto
Technically.
may know the answer, but asking him right away would be like asking the teacher for the answers to your exam paper.
Fusion! Ha! Thank you for sticking with me, Fusion. Glad you made it home alright. Hope you guys enjoyed your din-din. Just a normal message. Nothing out of the usual.
It would render our search for the truth meaningless.
Just Edgeworth twerking.
I'd rather try and figure this out for myself.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets.
Could it be the Windblume?
Oh, now
That
you
is what the
mention it,
festival is called.
that's definitely a possibility. The Windblume doesn't refer to a specific flower. Everyone defines what it means for themselves. In which case, the Windblume doesn't exist in reality. This does seem like a promising direction. I've made a note. Okay, I better go read up on this.
Yay! Paimon was actually useful this time!
No, you
had
weren't.
that sweet madame to thank, huh?
I'll need some time to prepare.
Even a
Could we
broken
meet up
clock.
here in, say, 2 days' time?
Sure thing! In the meantime, we'll also think about the other 3 riddles in the prophecy. But, since we're really going for this now, shouldn't we say something to Kale about it?
I originally wanted to leave it as a surprise for her, and I also didn't want to get her hopes up over nothing. But
Fair
you're
enough.
right, Paimon. I'll need to be careful how I word it. But I'll try to find some time over the next couple days to mention it to her. All right. Thanks so much.
Alright. And then we waited a couple days. Here's my mini games. Glad this transition screen was so long. Oh, and that's just for the quest. Okay. Alright. I'll worry about all the mini games later. Dia, stop making noises. Dia. Stop that. Creeping me out, lady. I did not pay enough attention to see what time it is, so I'm just gonna do 2 days. I am still very glad that there is no animation skip for this. We just gotta sit here and take it.
My people are used to the desert life, but still, I hope that one day they'll be able to find an oasis of their own, and leave the sandstorms behind for a better life.
Dia, we're in Germany right now. Why would you want to skip a long animation? Oh, I don't know. I didn't go quite far enough. That's okay, though. Stop moaning! It's weird. Do characters always make noises that much? I don't play with the audio on enough these days. Come on, time, pass!
Today's the day.
There we go. Bruh. Well, okay then. Oh, she's right here.
Sucrose, we're here!
Oh, Traveler, Paimon.
There are hour-long
I only
videos of
just
Lisa
arrived
climbing rocks
so
for
I'm
that
still
very
getting ready.
reason. Well, that makes
And
sense.
Kale just passed by a moment ago. She said she had some
Moaning
things
in
to sort
that
out at the inn
situation
where
is
she's staying,
fine.
but she'll meet up with us when she's done.
Moaning like she's
Apparently,
stretching when
Tainari
she's
and
just
Sino
standing
both were
there?
wrong, but she stayed behind because
No.
she wanted to help us.
No!
Not too bad. After reviewing it again with fresh eyes, I came up with a new theory which seems to hold some water. I'll attempt to explain it as simply as I can. I believe that each of the 4 things in the prophecy refers to a different
She's
field of
stretching her
knowledge.
eyelids?
So, in a way,
She should probably
the
get that
prophecy
checked
is a
out.
test of the reader's intelligence. But it's unlikely
That don't
for
sound
any one
normal.
person to have expertise in all these different areas. So I suggest that we seek out one expert from each and get their opinion. Also, in 2 out of the 4 areas, the prophecy seems to want us to find specific people. It may even turn out that the people themselves are the answers.
I understand that
Sounds we
people
should
like to
put
hear
our heads
character,
together
certain
and look out
characters
for people
moan.
who can help us.
I'm just saying.
Exactly.
I don't know why
I
she
think we
was
can go
moaning
through each riddle
in
in
that
turn
specific
and generate
situation
4
with
groups of
gameplay.
names to match the 4 questions.
Makes sense.
Alright, then let's start from group 1. The first riddle was a flower.
Oh,
that
I
is
just realized I don't have
not
my
of this
my ringer
world.
on.
Personally, I
Fix
would still
that.
go with Albedo for this one. Alchemy is the most likely to have to do with otherworldly things, and he is by far the leading expert in this regard.
Drop my phone. Don't mind me.
Exactly! You're the creator of the Tetratanic sweet flower. Who
You're the
knows?
creator, you
Maybe
traitor.
That's the flower we're looking for.
Huh? You really think so?
Oh, but what about Tainari? He's a forest watcher and knows all about plants. If it's a flower we're looking for, maybe he's the man for the job.
All right, I'll add him to the list as well. On to group 2. This subject is a guide who will never get lost.
That's kind of abstract. Does it just mean someone who never loses their way?
Wait, but they have to be able to guide others too. So it's not quite as simple as that.
Astraligabadur.
Oh, you mean Mona?
I'm your favorite Zero. Fuck you for reminding you of that song sub. I'm sorry.
Yes. She
For what it's
certainly
worth, I
seems
don't even
very
play
confident,
Bendy.
And she can use her
I know
astrology
nothing
to
about
guide
that
people.
game.
Would Bennett
I just really like that song and Gospel of Dismay.
Well, his luck's so bad that as long as you go in the opposite direction from him,
Got to
you'll
back up
always
with your
be
Brother's
going
Awakening
the right
cartridge into
way,
your
right?
2DS. Very nice.
I see. I suppose I can't argue with that logic.
Add him to the list. Finding everyone won't take long, so one extra person won't hurt.
I know. Would Outrider Amber be a valid candidate for this category as well?
Yeah, she would! She's got a great sense of direction after all. As a matter of fact, when the Traveler and Paimon first came to Mondstadt, she was actually the one who gave us directions.
Yes, she's certainly a good guide.
Is there anyone else?
Let me think. Yes, I believe there may be one more. Albedo once made a set of equipment for Mika from the Reconnaissance Company. He's their surveyor, and an exceptional pathfinder.
But he's not a
even
real character
instructed
yet.
others in the discipline of surveying before. So, in my view, he's highly unlikely to lose his way, and would be very good at helping others find theirs.
Cool! Another one for our list!
Wait, Kale should have been here by now. Wonder what's taking her so long. Sorry, could we continue our chat somewhere else?
Oh, you wanna go see how she's doing, right? Sure, let's all go.
Oh, speak of the devil. Not back on just in time. Oh, that's not an update I care about. That is also a thing that's happening, but I should probably clarify at least a little what actually happened, but I don't know. Don't like bringing the mood down. I'm alright.
Hi, Kale. Hope we're not intruding.
Thought you heard your dad call your name secret.
Is everything okay?
Sucrose! I was preparing some stuff. Is it time already?
I'll talk about it a little after this
no.
cutscene.
I'm sorry.
Just remind me, okay? Don't want to talk over this
Don't
more than I
worry.
already do.
The Traveler and I only just met up. We were just worried that you might get lost along the way, so we thought that we'd come get you.
Thank you. I'm ready to join you now. How's that thing going?
Whenever you have physical happy fates and echoes, probably gonna do the
So
same
let's
with
pick
those.
up where we left off.
Yeah, especially fates. It's the only way you can get it now.
One who would never lie. Anyone spring to mind?
Diluc would never lie to me, except, you know, when I rolled off screen for Dia and got his C2 at first.
You really think so?
He lied to
It would
me!
be pretty difficult for someone in his position
Wrong
to
pyro
avoid having
claymore,
to
sir.
lie. Then what about Kaya? He's
To play the only
traveling
2 routes of
captain and
fates,
a
yeah,
rather
really.
Popular figure, but
Warrior
think
class
there's something
engage
fishy about him too, huh?
is worse than Owain's
Yeah,
Dio off
he's
Brando
definitely
outfit.
A sneaky one.
Yeah,
He
the
lies
warrior
all the
outfit's
time.
the warrior outfit's pretty bad looking, or at least it looked really bad on Boucheron. Maybe it looks better on other people. Maybe because of Boucheron's kind of weird proportions, it was stranger looking than it should be. But I don't know, just a very strange, kind of awkward design with like half the chest showing. Not to complain about open chest, but like, hey.
I can't help but agree with you there.
I have Kagetsu's
There's the
armpits.
tongue-deaf bard.
I'm set.
But on second thought, he wouldn't qualify either. He talks way too much nonsense.
I could also just put males in the sage outfit.
Is there anyone else for Bessie?
See some tum-tums.
Acting Grandmaster Jean? She has a good name in that regard. But from what I
You
know,
saw Alfred. Oh
she
god.
sometimes covers up the truth out of
Oh
concern
my.
for those around her. For example, when Lisa loses track of time in the library and misses her patrol shift, Jean will come up with some excuse.
Chainfish for a shiny ink
like,
egg? Do it.
Lisa's ill today. Also, she sometimes makes up stories to get Klee to behave. Like the one about the big monster that comes to catch naughty kids who don't go to bed on time. Do you think that rules her out?
Where is Klee?
White lies are
You can't
still
have Albedo
lies,
without his little
but
sister.
Do we really have
Get
to
Klee in
reject
here.
her because of some harmless fibs? It's not like she had evil intentions. No, we're the ones being strict.
Rosaria doesn't strike me as the type of person to lie. Oh, Kale, you probably haven't met her yet, have you? She's a sister from the church who looks, a little scary and not very sociable. She stopped by the alchemy bench once, a long time ago, and asked me about Albedo. I thought maybe she was trying to find him, for work or something. But when I asked, she just said that she was curious about him because he was so intelligent, and wanted to talk to his assistant to find out what he was like. A lot of people might have given a more tactful justification, but I could see in her face that she wasn't trying to hide anything. She was just very direct and straightforward. That's why I don't think of her as the lying type.
Rosaria doesn't look like the sort of person you'd want to get into a fight with. Maybe she
Many
just
people would
finds her way
disagree
out of
with you on that.
situations that some people might lie to get out of.
Show of hands, who
I
would
can
like to be
definitely
strangled
see that.
between Rosaria's legs?
I've also heard the other sisters say that Rosaria doesn't even make excuses when she skips choir. She just doesn't show up.
She's a tough cookie, huh? Let's put her name down.
You can't fish for
In that case, I
Inkay?
think
Bullshit.
Sino fits in this list too.
Rosaria would straight up tell you you're ugly, pretty much.
It's probably more trouble than it's worth for someone like him. Kinda like with Rosaria. Oh, and Paimon also nominates Razor. Bet he couldn't lie to save his life.
That is true.
I've also got someone else in mind.
Abraham
Laura, the trainee
Lincoln.
knight. She's a very honest person. I don't think she'd tell a lie.
Alrighty, write her name down too.
Wait, there's one more person. You know, our long-standing staffer at the alchemy bench.
Huh? You mean Timaeus?
Who?
Yes, him. Truth be told, he's been love-struck recently. He swore that he wouldn't say a dishonest word or slack off until he succeeds in getting the woman he loves.
Timaeus has a crush?
Yes, that's right.
Well, who is it? Do you know her?
I've never met her. All I know is that she's from Liyue. Timaeus says that she's fun, has a great personality, and is very, very good looking.
If she's an NPC, that's automatically bullshit.
Since we're on the topic, helping Timaeus win the lady of his dreams was also one of my goals for this Windblume festival.
But how can we help with that?
Shiny Dragalge's
I
pretty.
don't know. Make sure he uses nice paper and a fancy envelope when he sends letters to her. Help him pick a nice gift and wrap it properly. That sort of thing.
Yeah. I had the same situation once in the Avidia Forest. I helped another forest ranger out by delivering a love letter to the coworker she likes.
Aw.
Yep, that sort of thing exactly. Oh, also, I helped him with some of the groundwork for one of his research projects. He must have appreciated it, because he gave me a refrigeration device that he's been developing as a thank you gift.
Is it any good?
I mean, it looks nice.
Sounds like a no. Alright, guess we'll put Loverboy down on the list then.
Okay, so last of all, we have a legend that never ends. Anyone come to mind for this particular line?
Lisa, perhaps? A librarian understands books best, and aren't most legends written down somewhere?
When I think about legends, fairy tales and picture books come to mind.
Maybe
Oh man,
Kai.
suddenly Chloe
She
from
read
Engage
a
is
lot
here.
of fairy tales when Tainari was teaching her to read.
Oh,
Who are
Do
you?
I count?
That is Sucrose, and she has been here.
of course you do.
Just like old
I'll
Kentucky
put you on the
Shark.
list. I prefer to read things like an illustrated analysis of alchemical substances and their uses, the fascinating principles of crafting, and hypotheses of life.
Point taken. Paimon didn't quite understand any of those.
Klee might be a good choice. Her mother, Alice, is a renowned traveling author, so I'll bet she's been exposed to all sorts of myths and legends.
Who? Old Kentucky Shark. He's right there.
Alright then.
He's right on the bottom of the screen. He has been there.
Well, that should just
Always.
about do it. Next up, we should go and ask the people on the list about the
Robo
prophecy.
Deli Bird.
Do we have to ask absolutely
I have
everyone
two
on
of
the
those.
list? It
The,
sounds
the
like
shiny
a lot
ones.
Of people.
Caught him during,
It is.
caught him back when I
So,
was still playing
I was
Violet.
thinking
I
that
should play it
perhaps
again.
We should split up. That might
Shiny
make
hunting
our
in that
search
game's
more
pretty fun.
effective.
Okie dokie.
Also, I thought of a method of gathering feedback.
Fish for the secondary encounter will be Horsey or Shelter. Horsey. Because purple.
No problem. We can do that.
You and the Traveler are practically joined at the hip, so you two can go together.
Unfortunately.
I'll pair up with Kale.
Capable Kali and sensible Sucrose. Sounds like a winning combination. Okay. I promise I'll help. unstoppable, Kale. Yeah, I got this. Rest assured that the unbeatable Traveler and Paimon will do our part too. Off we go!
Oh,
I plan on starting from the person with
Getting
the
kicked
most
right into the
defiant
cutscene,
stronghold.
apparently.
So let's go to the library.
This is segregation.
Lisa should be there.
Putting the green hairs together. First day.
Interesting word
Oh.
to use.
What did we do? What did I do and what did Stu do? Dusk? This is the first thing I could think of that would be... This is the only thing I could think of that would cause you to damn us two specifically. Engage? Yep. Well, it's fine. It's not like you bought it. Your brother bought it. Your brother don't know us. I don't think me and him willed other people into buying it into existence. Even though I've continually recommended it to people as long as they can get past the designs and writing.
Maybe Den? No, that's even worse.
Rip.
How about layer?
My collective consciousness powers don't work that way. You can't pin this one on me. I refuse to be culpable in this. Alright. Okay. Anyone who doesn't want the mood dampered, maybe leave or skip ahead in the video if you're watching later for like 5 minutes maybe, because I'm not going to go into all the details. But I know people are just going to be curious if I don't elaborate at least a little more. Left Traveler alone. Paimon was just started death? Probably. Again, interested to know how fanfictions deal with Paimon being a thing, because there sure as hell aren't any about her, besides maybe her turning out to be evil, or really, really gross fetish stuff.
I haven't been out in a while.
Shush, Sucrose. Just for a minute. Alright, I'm gonna leave out a lot of the details and the stories about how we got here, because it's personal stuff does not involve me directly, and it's not my story to tell, but, all you need to know is that my little brother has suffered a full-on psychotic breakdown. We thought at first that it was just a very severe fit of depression. No. No, it is very, very serious. As in, like, seeing and hearing things that aren't there serious. The musician, that is the only brother I have, yep. That is the one. So, like, basically I got called over there, 2 days ago. Not even knowing for sure what was going on, ended up having to stay there. He literally begged me not to leave the house, so I had to go over there, stay the night there. Yesterday, my sister, my other older one who I didn't really get along with, but getting better, especially in times like this, she came up to help out as well from Georgia. And, we both pretty much decided that, we had no choice but to get him into a hospital and have an evaluation. And they did determine that he needs to go into a place. So that's been my day, is just waiting for updates on figuring out which place he's going to. And when we can visit him, and if we need to bring him clothes and all that stuff. That is the situation as it stands. So, not a whole lot I can do from here at this point. He's at least now safe, but yeah. It's, it is dire, and that is why I did not stream for 2 days, because I needed to make sure he was okay. Anyway. Do I know the reason it happened? I have a couple of ideas on specifically what triggered it. I don't want to get too into it once again, other than to say it is the fault of certain it is almost certainly the fault of bad parenting. Hence why there's another thing going on with my mother that I probably should care about, but quite frankly, I can't be asked to right now. So, it is what it is. Yeah, thank you, Fusion. Thank all of you for the kind words, and sorry if I worried anyone. That's why I gave the update yesterday to at least clarify that nobody's life was in danger and me and my grandma were safe, because I know y'all, you know, that she's the one I live with, and that was probably like the first assumption was that something bad happened to her. But yeah, everything is at least stable right now. Just kind of waiting to see waiting to see like how things fold out and what I can do to help, if anything. So yeah, back to anime bullshit.
I just need a moment to quickly take down some notes.
Because that's all I can really do in times like this, is like when there's literally nothing I can do about it for the moment. Just
Here
gotta
we are. Lisa's lair.
kind of distract myself.
That was a bad word choice. Now Sucrose is using
Like
it.
I said, I'm
It's
on
all my
call.
fault.
Lisa, might I ask if... Huh?
Sucrose. Kale. What are you doing here?
Yeah, last thing. Yeah, all the people who are his emergency contacts are me, my sister, and my grandma. So only the people who are actually capable. And like we're all ready to drop whatever at a moment's notice to do whatever we have to do to help him out.
I can only sucrose that they were Kale-ing on someone. At least that's as far as I know.
Jesus
Stop it
Christ!
with these puns. I beg you.
Do you
Are
practice
you trying
that?
to win worldwide fame for unfunny jokes?
Is Lisa not here at the moment?
They said she was sick, man.
Surprising, isn't it? She went out.
He was
I'm
up
afraid
all
it's
night
just
reciting
us
that
who are
in a
looking for
mirror.
information.
You just know
Except
it.
me. I'm not here for information. Like you, I came here for an abortive search for the librarian. who is
Mirror
also
hive
my
mind, Gamrick.
academia senior.
Oh, so you
Terrible.
studied in the same darshan as Lisa?
That's right. Her mentor in Sumeru was also my benefactor. We were both Spontamod students.
Wow, that's cool. But wait, we're getting sidetracked. We came here to look for some information. Kale and I are investigating a prophecy, and we were hoping you all might be able to help.
Also, Blanco, dear God, I just saw Stripper Alfred. Yeah. Yeah, no, never mind. Yeah, it's not Boucheron. That outfit's just kind of awful. Thankfully, I don't think anybody really warranted reclassing into it, so. Yeah, Boucheron actually looks good as a barbarian.
Oh? What sort of prophecy?
First,
I
NK grab
see.
the suction cup so that
You
saves
want
you
to
the
ask
effort, you
them
know?
about the flower that is not of this world, and me about the one who would never lie.
But there's no rush. You don't need to answer right away. We're just here to tell you about the situation. You can take your time to think it over and submit any thoughts you have in written form to the Sucrose mailbox.
The Sucrose mailbox?
Yep. I was thinking about it on the way. And although they seem like trick questions,
It's a shame there are no
there's
characters who
lot
have
to
like a
mull over
P and
once
an
you get
O in
down
their
to the
name.
details. A quick answer off the top of your head
He can't
might
make a
not
joke
go
about
into
somebody's
enough
P.O.
depth.
box.
So, I decided to place a mailbox next to the alchemy crafting table. Everyone can submit their written answers there when they're ready.
Like if we had a character named Pione, and it'd be like, send it to the Pione box. Ha 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 ha. This is why I can't get mad at his shitty jokes. I'm worse.
We don't have to call it the Sucrose mailbox, though.
The fuck is a
It could
P.O.
just
box?
as well be called the Sucrose and Kale mailbox. Or even the Sucrose, Kale, Traveler, and Paimon mailbox.
I think in this case, we can just go with your quick answer off the top of your head.
Sounds like a good solution. Certainly more reliable than verbal discussion alone.
Agreed. Certainly when it comes to discerning whether someone is a liar or not, you cannot simply take them at their word.
Understood. Once we've had a look into it, we'll place our replies into your mailbox.
Thank you all so much. Okay, let's tick them off the list and carry
This
on
world has
working our way
Yu-Gi-Oh!
down.
I'd believe that they have
Already
P.O.
done.
boxes.
I'm pleasantly surprised to see those two introverts getting along so well.
Do you get the feeling that Kale's return to Mondstadt has emboldened her more contrarian side?
Yes, I'd noticed that too.
Traveling and meeting old friends are both good for the body and soul. And isn't rediscovering one's youth while revisiting old haunts a worthwhile pursuit?
When I first met Kale, she'd never known happiness or youth. But things are different now. Her Elazar being cured was a huge milestone in her life.
Kale is a very sensitive and introverted child. I'm sure you must have noticed that too, Albedo.
Having a show tonight. Hope you don't forget about it. I see no reason why I shouldn't come. Though, where is it? Don't worry. It's hidden in plain sight. That's how you know it's Aruto. Forgot I would fuck with Aruto. I need this crossover.
From the time she's been in my care, I've observed that she's actually a very lively character by nature.
Terrible.
She had a very rough start in life, and it changed her.
So, might I assume that your respective claims of looking for plants and artists in Mondstadt were just pretexts?
I wouldn't say that. Both Kale and Genius Invocation TCG are very important to me.
In that order? No.
Would it really kill you to just say yes in this situation?
Can't wait for 0-1. You and me both, yeah. Only one more week.
Fine.
Only one
Yes,
more week of
we
double
came out
L.
of concern for Kale. She's been back to Mondstadt of her own accord several times, but it has led to no significant improvement in her mood.
Well, it won't hurt to give her some more time. I believe that Sucrose might be able to help her.
Sounds like an extension of your own self-confidence as her teacher.
You could say that. In a similar vein, I've heard that Sumeru scholars often build their social relationships based on their academic ones. Is that true?
I suppose it might look like that from your perspective.
Might skip it, you love 0-1, but
Sumeru
not in the mood.
society
Fair
is
enough.
Something of a special case. The reason it is known as the City of Learning is because all of its resources are in some way
We'll
linked
miss
to
ya.
academia.
But
As such,
fair enough.
academic resources equate to social capital. It is not unheard of, for example, for people to build a family in order to pursue further studies. But the relationship between the three of us is not an academic one turned social. We've never even worked on a paper together for starters.
Found more strippers? Oh no.
Oh, so
Dear
the
God.
academic paper is the nexus of the
Holy
academic family.
shit. Oh god, I can see
Interesting.
Amber's vagina
I would think of
bones!
us more as siblings. An
Or,
equal and
or
pure
penis
relationship,
bones, I guess.
unaffected
They'd
by
be.
academic considerations.
Oh god,
As
why?
much as I'd prefer not to admit it,
Why is it like
that
that?
statement is not inaccurate.
Jesus!
I can understand that position. I have a younger sister myself, and it's only natural for me to be protective of her.
V
What you
lies.
describe fits the idea
Did I
of a
fucking
city
stutter?
of learning, as I imagine it. The family is where all social relationships
It's NVIDIA
intersect.
chat.
As such, a family founded on common goals may actually be more stable. By the way, who's the eldest between you?
Let's not go down this rabbit hole, please.
Not complaining, secret I
In
am.
terms of age, I'm the eldest, of course. He just doesn't want to admit it.
Also, dear God, look at the Bonet one. Look how fucking scrawny he is. Look how scrawny he is from from the abs down. Look at that. Look at that. What is that? What are these proportions? These stringy arms. Oh, he was not built for this class. He was absolutely not built for this class. Jesus. Oh, no. And they all got their, none of them have their pants straight. All their pants are falling down. Why?
But your mental age is younger than that. I dare say even by enough to be the youngest
You
sibling.
sent me 1,500
Perhaps
bits
I could
sub?
bring
Oh, God,
Kale into
Jesus.
this happy family to be your elder sister.
Let me see.
No.
Let me see if I
You will
somehow
never
missed
see
him.
me admit to being the youngest sibling. Except perhaps as a last-ditch effort to turn the tables in a game of cards.
I don't want you to play engage. I'm just asking the questions.
leave Kali
Yeah, I'm
and
looking at
Sucrose
my
to it.
looking at my history and not
Fingers
seeing it
crossed all
sub.
goes well for them. Now then,
I'm not sure why it
where
wouldn't have
should we
gone
go
through,
first?
but
Let's try our luck at the bulletin board, shall we?
well, something's
A lot of people
something's
tend
being
to show
funky
up
over at
there
Twitch.
At some point in the day, maybe we'll get lucky.
Let me try my regular. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. I see it. I see it. Still not sure why it didn't show up. And it's not registering on my actual alert app. So I can't replay it, unfortunately, but I see it. I see the cheers. Thank you very much. No, this won't change much, but take your love, compassion altogether, confidence for the bright future for you and your family. Oh. Take care of yourself and don't feel like a burden for not streaming. Very great person, very funny. Draw like maybe a mad lad, but it's simply awesome person. Dealt a shit hand, happy to make you smile just like you do for us. Oh god, thank you so much, sub. I appreciate it. Yeah, sorry Twitch is being a bitch right now and couldn't put that up on screen because thank you very much. Very
We
wholesome.
mercs have one
I'm very
rule.
lucky to have you guys.
Whoever pays the most is your new boss.
Well, I felt like I had to go in at least a little more detail on it. Because I like to try and be as transparent as possible. But make sure you guys know that it's not like anything life-threatening for me or my family. It's a very strenuous situation that I don't know how we're going to deal with in the long run. Didn't the CEO resign? The CEO of what? There without the bits though? Yeah, I got it. Yeah, you can post it, repost it here for all to see, but I saw it. The Twitch CEO, is it changing? Okay. The CEO of Ligma. Yeah, I'm not sure, I see Lisa! I see a Benny! I see a Benny boy! Yeah, I'm not sure why the CEO stepping down would suddenly mean, that, certain functions are broken, but... Hopefully it was just another glitch in the Matrix.
Just as we hoped.
Like my
There's a
capture
lot
card
of
freaking
people
out
here.
earlier.
Huh? Even Lisa's here.
Long time no see! I see two very familiar faces, and also Mika.
Hey there, Traveler and Paimon. It's been a while. How have you been?
We've been doing pretty well.
You look surprised, cuties. Is it because of me?
Teacher is...
Oh shit,
not
Razor
at the
too!
usual place.
I didn't even see him.
Oh, please. It's not as if I'm glued to my chair. I like to get out for a little fresh air every once in a while. Mika's here today, so I thought it'd be a good time to
That
introduce
Taka
him
guy
to
watched
Bennett
Shin
and
Kamen
Razor.
Rider and he seemed to like it a lot.
They're
Nice.
all out and about quite often, so it's helpful for them to get to know one another.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mika.
What is... Huh. So I don't want to make fun. I'm not making fun, because especially because a lot of the voice actors in this game are, like, newcomers. Besides the ones who aren't. His voice is, interesting. It reminds me of, like, the voice that Tom Fox does anytime there's a child character. Where it just kind of sounds like he's clogging his nose. Like,
What kind of Pokemon is that, mister?
yeah, Mika. Not Micah, Mika. I may slip up and call him Micah occasionally, because I've actually known a male Micah. I ain't never seen a male Mika. We've seen you before. It was at a temporary event, so they have to give you this choice, but we've seen you before.
I look forward to working with you.
No need to be so
It's normal that we hear about troubles. You always hear your horny shenanigans, so it goes both ways. Sub, yeah, I suppose.
Fun?
Yeah, like I said, I'm usually pretty transparent.
We've been busy investigating a prophecy.
It's just when stuff like this is not solely my own business,
A good one or a bad one?
I don't want to share literally every aspect of it. But yeah.
Gosh, that all sounds quite fascinating.
I can't believe I made it onto your list of names. You really think I'll be able to help?
Believe in yourself.
Yeah, Blanco, I see your newest wave of male strippers. My god. Yeah, I don't think this outfit looks particularly good on anybody, especially because the trim is always gold. So some of the color combinations are not quite kosher. Yeah, I don't think this outfit really looks very good on anybody. Also, yeah, also Pandreo. Pandreo's a fucking twig. Like, even more than Bunei. My god. Kagetsu's is covering his armpits! Kagetsu in that outfit, you can't see his armpits! 0 out of 10.
Right. Believe in yourself.
Worst class in the game.
First-rate
Right there.
adventurer, Bennett.
Okay, then in that case, I'll step up and present my thoughts on the matter. Except I forgot I'm not really good at organizing my thoughts. Oops.
Oh, there's no need to tell us all of your thoughts right here and now. Sucrose said she'll put a mailbox.
Yeah, Seadoll's even showing less skin than usual.
So you can just write down your thoughts.
So you can't say it looks good on him or he looks the same.
A meticulous and efficient plan.
He's not showing nearly as much
That
midriff.
sounds like sucrose.
I will.
Why
think
is there a
also.
shark at the bottom of the stream
Give
deck?
me some
That is
time.
old Kentucky Shark,
You
and
still
he
have
has
other people
been
on your
there.
list that you need to go see, right? We should leave you to it. Don't worry about us. We'll drop off our letters at the mailbox as soon as we're done.
Okay, bye for now. Let's head over to Star Snatch Cliff next. Maybe we'll be able to find some people there. And even if we don't find any familiar faces, you can see really far from up at the top. Maybe we can find people that way.
Oh, you're working so hard. Do be sure to get some rest when you can. If you get tired,
This is the difference
you know
between the
you're
smart people and
always
the
welcome
idiots,
to visit
pretty
me
much.
for a break and a cup of tea.
Where to next? Let me check my notes.
Time skip Dimitri in that attire.
way.
Ew.
Got it.
No.
Kale, please follow me.
Yeah, this isn't even a dig at Engage's design work, because I cannot stress enough that a lot of the characters have grown on me, some of them in spite of designs I'm not too fond of, but like, that outfit is terrible. That outfit just does not look good on anybody. If you want fan servicey designs for male characters, then much better ones are Seadoll's midriff outfit and Kagetsu's armpits.
Oh, it's
Glee!
a lucky day. There are several people over there.
My baby.
Amber? Wow, and Eula's with her too.
Oh, it's Sucrose!
My
Also
baby.
spies the girl with the long scarf.
What's the story of this? The plot is that it's the Windblume festival. It's a whole thing involving like flowers and offering them to people. That we've had this event before, but this year Sucrose is in charge, and so she's just trying to do stuff for people to make them happy and collect their breath for her. No, don't worry. It sounds worse out of context than it actually is.
Kale, we were just talking
She's
about
collecting
you.
breath.
Ah, right. I
She
don't think
needs
you've
to
been
collect
introduced
happy
to
breath.
Noelle before. Kale, this is Noelle, maid of the Knights of Favonius.
Wasn't the last event some kind of festival?
Nice
Yes.
to meet you, Kale.
Yes, it
I
was.
missed you the last few times you were
It's
in
almost like
Mondstadt,
this game
so
is very
I'm glad to
repetitive.
finally meet you in person.
Also, hi, Noel.
Oh,
Been a while.
Nice to meet you too, Noelle.
She wants to do
My
alchemy
name is
with it.
Kale. But you already knew that.
It's not weird!
Relax, you two. There's no need to be so courteous.
That fact is
We're
more
not on
weird
some
than
kind of
anything in
diplomatic
Guilty
mission
Gear.
here.
You're not wrong.
Klee, what are you doing here? Are you planning to blast some fish?
Nope.
Gosh, a
These
game
aren't
repetitive.
control with
I
the other
can't.
knights.
I can't believe.
Huh. Now that you mention it, it looks like everyone here's a Knight of Favonius except for Kale and me.
Yeah, again, it's almost the tokusatsu problem that I talked about the other night, where because it's Zagasha and because all these events are temporary, I think the logic is like, oh man, it's okay that we're kind of doing the same thing because people may not have experienced the first one, and I do give them props for like consistently kind of writing things in a way where, like, it can both... They can be kind of coy. They're just coy enough that, like, people won't be confused, necessarily, if they didn't play whatever came before it. With the exception of stuff like the Harbinger's intros, like, showing off Scaramouche in a fucking temporary event first was still a bonehead move. But yeah, generally they do a decent job of that.
I'd heard that there was a very young knight in the rings, but it's still a surprise to see with my own eyes.
Also, yeah, the fact that some of these events have repeated means that actual years are passing in game, which is really fucked up to think about. That means that officially in game 3 years have passed at least, or more, or 2 years, I guess, since we've had 3 lantern rites. At least 2 years have passed in game. It's fucked up.
Kale, what do you do? I'm a trainee forest ranger in the Avidia Forest.
Clee's an ADHD. Well, she's an elf. Remember, we already knew that. Her mom's a weird elf that may or may not be from a different dimension or some shit, and they don't age the same.
Trainee? It means I'm not officially a fully qualified forest watcher yet.
Done nothing to save our brother for 3 years?
Oh,
Yep.
You're just like me. I'm still working towards becoming a fully qualified knight.
Technically, though the distinction is hardly relevant right now. This isn't a very formal patrol.
Once the church will be legal, they'll tear the internet's evil reaction they already have.
Just pick
Unfortunately.
A topic and join the conversation. Don't panic. Whatever you do, don't panic. It's just Amber and her friends. There's no need to be nervous.
Let me guess. Were you chatting about the new guests in town?
Yep. A few folks from Sumeru have come
You're
to visit.
scared that Eula
We're
is
brainstorming
acting like
few
a
nice
normal
surprises for
person.
them.
She is normal. She's just also a chuny weirdo.
Sorry,
Like right now.
At least I didn't say anything about what the surprises are.
Oh no. How am I supposed to join this
Illegal in France do not ever bring that evil onto the world. I'm not doing it.
Speaking of nice surprises, we've actually had a fairly big one recently.
What kind of surprise? Tell me, tell me!
They banned N hentai in France. Goddamn. I believe it.
Rose is giving me a lead-in. Now, I just need to follow on from what she's already started talking about.
Present some problem.
What an
Yeah,
interesting
exactly. Exactly,
I have no
yeah.
idea what the answers could be, though.
Yeah, it's gonna lead to the same issue with comic books, where, like, anytime they have to, talk about stuff that happened, they're like, man, that was a while ago. It's never an amount of time, it's always a while.
So essentially, you're gathering information to help you solve the riddles, correct? I'll do my best to help.
Thank you so much, Eula.
Anytime.
There's no need to answer right away.
Eula's so cool.
We'll put a mailbox next to the crafting bench.
Genuinely one of the better
Drop us a note
characters.
once they've thought of something.
Or become one of my favorites.
I'll drop something in there for
I still think it's incredibly boneheaded that
Nice
she's not
idea.
getting a rerun with
I
this
think
event.
we can all commit to writing a note. We'll see what we can come up with.
Yep, don't worry. You can count on us. But we do have to finish our patrol first.
Eula's great. She really
What
is.
route are you taking today?
We started in the Stormbearer Mountains, and we'll end at the city
She's
gates.
got a lot of personality
You'd be very
beyond
welcome to
just
join
is
us,
nice
but
and
it
or
sounds like
overworked,
you're
and her
pretty
backstory is
busy with
super
all this.
interesting.
No. There's always next time. We'll join up with you after we're done working.
That
on
time
this
Jim
prophecy.
Gordon was Batman. Jesus.
Oh, yeah. So, we'll be on our way for now.
TT.
See you later. Have a safe trip back.
Awkward.
Are you okay, Kale?
Was it that obvious?
No, not at all. It just looked like you had something on your mind.
So that means it was obvious.
Whatever's bothering you, you can talk to me about it if you want. I'm happy to help.
Thanks, Sucrose. Well, the truth is, I don't really know how to act around Amber and the others.
Really? I thought you two were good friends.
We are, Amber's a really important friend to me. I don't know.
Never had their
I guess
pancakes
if I'm
before
being
McDonald's?
completely honest, the problem's probably with me.
I was never a huge fan of them. I always thought that they were kind of rubbery. All of my younger siblings were crazy about them at one point or another in their lives. So there's something about them that at least some people like.
The first time I came to Mondstadt, I was really immature. I didn't want to let people in, and I was generally pretty awful to everyone. Amber was the
Imagine
one person who didn't give up on
Genshin
me.
turns 10 into still doing annual events, which implies the stories are going on for 10 years.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
have found a friend
yeah.
at all.
Then they'll have problems. The pancakes are good. Yeah, like I said, again, I know plenty of people who adored the heck out of them. They always just tasted kind of rubbery and gross to me. Twitter got angry over Deadshot sleeping with a 14-year-old girl. No shit, villains doing immoral shit isn't new. That's the point. It's usually a bad thing. Yeah, exactly. So long as stuff like that's not glorified. Like I'm still kind of skeeved out that the writers even thought of it. Like that's always kind of a like, why did you even write this though? But again, so long as it's serving some kind of function to the story and is not glorified or framed as being a good thing, then hey, it's fiction. You do what you got to do.
Without Amber,
I was gonna say, I
might
am
not
curious
even
though.
be
Do you
here
mean
today.
Deathstroke?
And because of that, I really look
Or
up
did
to her.
Deadshot also do that shit
I think
now?
of her as my role model, and hoped that maybe one day I could learn to be like her.
Got Valkyria Chronicles 4 with all the DLC on Steam. Very nice. Also, sorry to be talking over this conversation so much because real talk, this is actually really cool. Having both of the introverted characters with Doubt kind of bond. It's really cute. Okay, you did mean Deathstroke. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that was also the worst part about that, JC, is that it wasn't even a case of him being a villain. It was the girl. Fucking comic book Tara was just that fucking diabolically evil and stupid and edgy. Like, she was happy to brag about the fact that it was her choice. Which, I mean, obviously she was a child, so it's, like, not really, but yeah, like, that was something she would defend to her literal grave, like, oh no, I wanted this. Because I'm pure evil or whatever.
But after trying and failing for several years, I think I finally realized I'm no Amber, and I never will be.
Just kind of pointless,
Looking
yeah.
back, it seems silly that I ever thought like that. We're nothing alike at all. My personality's so weird. I always get so anxious and I overthink everything.
Aw, Kale, don't say that.
Sucrose? Would it be okay if I
Kale is me fucking
told you
same.
a bit about my past?
No, you're green, Amber, silly. Kale tells her all about the Genshin Impact webcomic.
I already knew bits and pieces about her.
Oh.
But still, why did she have to go through all that?
I'm sorry. We've only just met and I'm already dumping all of this on you. This is why I get so frustrated at myself. I'm always doing this. I get into a spiral of self-doubt, and then I end up having to find somewhere to vent it all out.
No, it's fine. I'm really glad that you're
Your
willing
ex
to
is
tell
a
me all
Stewie
this.
Griffin?
People don't open up about their deepest feelings unless they really trust the other person. Don't you think? At least, I think it's kind of an honor.
Yeah, no, this is unironically great, especially without Paimon here. Again, having these two characters with kind of similar like self-esteem issues and all that bond with each other.
And, I mean,
No shrill floating baby
you've probably noticed by now.
to trivialize the
But
situation and be
I
like,
don't
have
the
you
best
tried
social
eating
skills
food?
either.
Food's
I
good!
always just end up talking about the things I'm interested in, and going on and on. But even so, you still listen to me when I talk my head off about alchemy. It's a relief to listen to you talking about yourself for once. If you hadn't told me all of those things, I never would have guessed that you struggle so much. Honestly, I feel like we're very similar people.
Really?
Yeah. Everyone has their own problems to deal with, I certainly do. All the feelings that you talked about just now, I totally get it. It takes so much more effort for us introverts to fit into a crowd.
You're both green, that's
What
identical.
you were saying about how you try to think about what to say in advance, and you're constantly
What are we gonna
terrified
watch
of
after
saying the
Zero
wrong
One? I'm
thing
not
and
sure.
making things awkward. I relate to that
Haven't
so
quite
much.
thought that far ahead.
Oh, and
Open to
also
suggestions.
that part about studying under a genius. In fact, before meeting you, I'd never met anyone who seemed so similar to myself. Oh. I'm not very good at giving words of comfort or anything, and I'm not gonna tell you to just get over it or stop worrying about it. How about we just sit here for a little while? We don't have to force a conversation if we can't think of anything. We can just sit here together.
Sucrose has stopped talking, but for some reason, this doesn't feel awkward at all. Maybe she's right, and we're more similar than I realized. In Sumeru, I always like to find a quiet place to just sit and watch the scenery, but it's always by myself. I never thought there'd be a day when I could do this with someone else by my side. Mondstadt's breeze is so gentle and soft.
Transformers
Hey,
Prime? We did talk about
See
that.
that cloud over there? Doesn't it look like
I'd be up for that if people are still
one of
interested.
my test tubes?
I actually rewatched the third Transformers movie while I was taking those nights off with my little brother at one point. So I'd be totally down to watch actual, at least partially good Transformers to kind of wash the poison out of my mouth.
I don't think so. Sorry.
Then maybe we're not quite on the same wavelength on everything. At least, not when it comes to looking at clouds in the sky.
Thank you, Sucrose. I feel much better after talking to you.
Yeah.
I want a urine sample now!
I also
They're
vent in my
bonding.
flasks
They're
sometimes.
just gay.
The next time we get the chance, I have to show you my Tetratanic Sweet Flower and my Tetratanic Windblume.
Your tetra... what?
Two of my favorite things I've made. They're really cool. I think you might like them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Let them
you'll
be gay
definitely have to show
without
them to me sometime.
I brought some crackers with me.
It's not
You
even a
want
cake.
one?
It's for science!
There's cheese flavor or tomato flavor?
Sure. I'll try the cheese one.
Looking at Bay's Shockwave, good God. Like, I like, there were certain parts in it where I was like, it's not as bad as I remember. Like, it's not good, but it's no worse than the first two. and then I pick up on certain things or realizations, like the fact that Shockwave is literally only in 2 scenes and barely has a word of dialogue. And no British accent! Like, come on! I can't be, that's right. I forgot, he doesn't have an accent in Prime either, never mind. Never mind, you know what? No, that was bullshit too. Fuck Transformers Prime Shockwave. Fuck them both. It's not Shockwave if he doesn't have a British
You're
accent.
enjoying the scenery together.
Shall we go play with them?
No, they're being gay. Let them be.
No, it's fine. Let them sit for a while.
Look at Eula. Fucking best wingman ever.
We're not what Kale needs
She
right
gets
now.
it.
She needs a new friend. Someone different, who's never met her before.
RGB lesbians, I'm writing it down.
I don't get it. Is there a difference?
There is. You'll understand once you're a little older, Klee. People can draw different kinds of strength from different kinds of friends. And right now, Kale needs someone that's just not the same old me.
Oh. It's true, you know. Look at Genshin actually having a decent handle on this shit. No, let them be. Then Amber will be all mine. That's one way to resolve the love triangle. Just give one of them a new love interest. It's perfect. Yeah, she doesn't need a friend. She needs a makeout session with her new girlfriend. Precisely.
Star Snatch Cliff! We made it! hopes we find someone we need here.
Help! Oh, I beg you, please don't let go!
Who's that yelling? Let's hurry and take a look. Timaeus? And we also have Rosaria and Mona?
Yo!
What kind of mishmash ensemble is this?
I was so scared for a second. I was like, really? We get to talk to the fucking NPCs while the actual characters go do cool shit and have actual real conversations and character development? But no, it's okay. We have boobs and butt. We're safe.
Good question. What kind of a motley crew is this?
It's been a while, traveler.
Hey, yo, ninja. You're gonna lurk? Cool.
You two are looking pretty good. I trust you've been well.
Yep, we're definitely faring a lot better than this poor guy on the ground.
Hey, please don't rub salt in my wound. I really have been trying my best.
Yamcha
I
pose.
don't want to talk. If this sister hadn't grabbed you in time, then you would have been seriously
Boobs
hurt
and
if
butt?
not
You heard
dead.
something about boobs and butt sub? Yeah, we have Mona, aka Butt, and Rosaria, aka Boobs. Granted, both of those things have been nerfed with their censored outfits here, but I think they are still noteworthy.
I know. I really am grateful, miss. I can't thank you enough.
Don't mention it. Just lending a hand.
Quite literally. And had she
You
not
doing okay
lent
there,
him
sub? You got a
hand
thing
and
for
pulled
sexy
him up,
nuns?
he would have gone tumbling down the cliffside.
What happened?
Sexy nuns and or cute witch girls?
Well, so what actually happened was I came to Star Snatch Cliff
Rosaria's
today to
great.
pick some flowers and ran into Mona on the way. She took a look at her scry glass and advised me to turn back because it would be dangerous.
But
You have a thing for
still came up
everyone.
here
That's your
anyway?
character trait, being me,
Yes, I
Uruma.
did,
Very nice.
Because there's something I
Respectable.
just had to do.
Finally, a fellow
I hardly
Miu.
think giving flowers to your crush is worth throwing one's life away for.
It's rare to run into someone with a death wish in this area.
I
Chat
don't
sure
have
is
a death
cultured right
wish.
now, right?
I just didn't think it would really come true. I mean, when Mona said it would be dangerous, I thought I'd be fine as long as I watched my step cautiously. I'm sorry, okay? I was wrong. I'm telling you, I'm just here chasing the love of my life. Love-struck Mondstadters is what the Windblume Festival's all about.
I thought it was about alcohol.
That explains you. But why is Rosaria here?
I was looking for a quiet place to escape the crowds. I wasn't planning on having to save a life along the way.
So that's why the scryglass just showed danger instead of fatal danger.
Very funny. Anyway, Traveler and Paimon, what brings the two of you to Star Snatch Cliff?
Just trying our luck. We've got a lot of people we need to see today, so we've been all over the place. Actually, you're some of the people we were looking for.
Huh?
Huh, I see. So all we'll need to do is find some clues, make a note, and drop it off at the mailbox?
I can't believe there's a prophecy like this, let alone that I have a part to play in it.
Miu, but not bluffing.
Oh, I guess this
So not
means
quite
everyone will
Miu.
find out about my crush now.
I'm just dead-ass Miu.
I came here because I wanted to give some
Gonna
Sicilians
call him
to the girl I love. They'll really suit her. She's...
No one asked. Please.
Gold
do not
Marys,
subject
gold
us to
Marys.
your gushing about your girlfriend.
Oh, you saw right through me.
You said you need clues, right? Well, in that case, Mona Magistus, the astrologist, will provide you with a personally handwritten letter. Just wait for it to show up in your mailbox.
I have a mailbox?
You
I
can
don't
be
live
on your way
anywhere.
now. We won't keep you any longer.
Does my teapot have a mailbox?
Let's head back for now and meet up with everyone else.
How dare you assume you're not? I understand the full complexity of her beautiful character. No, I understand. I understand it very well. She's bluffing. She is absolutely bluffing when she talks about all the sex shit.
Will do.
She fucking crumbles to pieces
this
if you
is
actually
all
try
so
and call her out on it.
embarrassing.
Or
Thank
try and
you
get her to
both.
elaborate. You either want to be me or marry her. She's a baby, she's sweethearted, she gives you gender envy. Oh, Miyu's great. I'm not sure if she's my absolute favorite from V3. I kind of flip-flop between her, Kibo, and Kokichi. Mostly her and Kibo. But she's great. She's very she was very much my immediate spirit animal, and I was disappointed when her role in the game turned out to kind of be not very good overall. She herself is great though. I have a keychain of her holding an Oreo.
We're back! Oh, but it looks like you two beat us.
Welcome back. Did everything go well?
Yep! We managed to find and talk
And
to
pre-trial
Oliver.
3 Kyo is also great.
We got
Again,
back a
V3's got
little
some
early,
great characters.
So we took some time just now to put the mailbox together.
It's just the actual story
We
that's
got
fucking rancid.
really lucky today. The vendors were feeling super generous. So we didn't even need to pay for the
You
materials.
have a badge of her. She only has one arm
It's
because the
just a
artist
shame
style.
Kale got
Odd.
a splinter.
Yeah, let me see. I have my
Don't worry
purse
about
right next to me. I
I'm used
think.
to working in the rainforest. I get splinters all the time.
Since I just
I've already taken care of it.
passed right out my beanbag bed when I got home. Oh no, Kokichi's the one with the Oreo. I have a Kokichi keychain and he has an Oreo. The Miyu has a lollipop. Here, I'll take a picture of this and post it in Discord later. Ivy got it for me. From like a fan artist or their Etsy store or something. I have like 50 million keychains on my purse and they are all from Ivy. Or at least almost all of them. There we go. Ugh.
We've already wrapped up everything on our to-do list for today. So, all we need to do now is wait for everyone's letters to arrive. Traveler, Paimon, why don't you get some rest while I keep an eye on the mailbox?
You're definitely your master student, Sucrose. As long as you or Albedo are around, Paimon can relax and know that everything's taken care of.
Stop.
I'm gonna post it in the live stream chat.
Wait. Actually,
You can also see my Big the Cat one in the background. Also hand reveal or something.
Hey, Traveler, you wanna get dinner? Your treat.
I'll go with Sucrose to return the leftover materials to the vendors. You two, go get a proper meal. We can't have anyone going hungry. Yeah, now would be a good time for a break. Once everything
People think
is
Miyu
ready,
could have won the game.
let's meet up here again.
But this is
and
me. We're
collate
talking
all
about
the
she's a
information
terrible
we've gathered.
liar. Exactly.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh no, an NPC is watching. They're here to ruin all the good writing that this event has actually had with Sucrose and Kale. We gotta stop her.
Paimon will have this one, and this one, ooh, and this one. Hey, Paimon's really hungry! And don't forget, Paimon's also ordering for you, too. It's not like Paimon's gonna eat everything by herself.
Nom 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 nom.
Paimon is super full.
I don't care, Paimon. I just don't care.
Is everything packed up and ready? What do you think about meeting up at 5 to go to my house?
Yes, everything's ready. I've packed some great wine and smoked ham. Oh, your parents will love it.
Ham? Look, we've known each other for quite some time now. Don't you think it's been long enough for you to remember that we only eat bacon in my house?
Bacon. Bacon.
I must remember to get some milk today on my way home. Please, feel free to pay a visit to Cat's Tail anytime.
Enjoying the scenery?
Oh, Tone Deaf Bard! Are you here for some food as well?
How good am I at Mario Kart? Not very.
Oh, I can put something on your tab?
I can beat
Oh,
other
that's a
casuals.
pity. I already had a few drinks before coming here. I shall take you up on your kind offer another day.
But I do
There
not
should be no
pretend to be
shortage of
actually good at the game in
opportunities in
any
the future.
capacity.
Anywho, you should be getting ready to thank me. I come bearing good news.
What were my thoughts on Ryuji from No More Heroes 2? Who's Ryuji? I don't remember.
What kind of good news?
I can't remember. Help.
What is it?
It's what you need the most right now. The answer to the prophetic puzzle.
Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear. This guy? I don't remember who this is. The samurai guy? Was that it? Was that all his name was? I guess so.
Simply head to the location marked on the map.
Which
and
fight
you'll
is
find the
that?
lantern you've been looking for. However,
Is that, I was gonna say, yeah, is that the motorcycle
I
fight?
wouldn't just go and reveal the secret right away. As you've seen, a lot of people have been laboring hard to uncover the answer. A secret is like a well-aged brew. The aroma from the bottle is sweetest when revealed in the company of friends. Then it's settled. I'll leave you to your business for now. Feel free to find me for a chat again once you're done working through the prophecy. Also, if you have some time, we could organize another fast-track love poem class.
Oh, you're starting that up again?
I sure am. Nobody else has signed up this year, though, so the duty to learn falls on you. Anyway,
Matt
see you
Helms
later.
is the best nowhere Heroes character either way. His theme is a bop.
Venti always looks so relaxed whenever we run into him. Paimon can't help but be jealous.
Excuse me, if you don't mind, could I chat with you for a moment?
Oh? Who are you?
You may call me Scarlet. Just like you, I'm a traveler visiting Mondstadt from another land.
This entire thing
Mind
was
if I buy
Venti
you a
on a
drink?
huge bender trying to pull a prank? Oh, absolutely. Always.
Leaving the door open for another time, I see. I can tell that you've dealt with a lot of people during your travels.
You can tell?
Be careful, she's Russian.
We
Oh no.
are very experienced adventurers after all.
I can. That's why I tried to strike up a conversation with you in the first place. I was on my way to go shopping earlier when I overheard your conversation next to the crafting bench. From what I could gather, you are trying to investigate a bizarre prophecy?
Yep, bizarre is
NPC sounds familiar? A little bit.
Don't you think it sounds just like the kind of story that would happen in Mondstadt? Anyway, that's why I wanted to ask you a favor. If and when you manage to unravel the answer to the prophecy, could you let me know what it is?
So you want us to do all your hard work for you?
Not so much the prophecy itself, but Mondstadt as a nation. That's what I'm interested in. I was born in a distant land, but I have family and friends who once lived in Mondstadt for a long time. They said that it's a great place full of fairy tales and romance and recommended that I come for a visit. As it happens, someone I know has an anniversary coming up soon. So I figured this would be a good time to come here and see all the sights that she once saw.
What do you think about Mondstadt so far?
It certainly lives up to its name as the city of romance and freedom.
We think so too.
I thought this was anime
So?
Germany, not anime France.
About the prophecy.
City of romance? Since when?
Thank you. You're very friendly. It's been a real pleasure to meet you. I'll leave it to you then. Hope you continue to enjoy the city and have
Scarlet
a wonderful
Sus.
day.
France? Where? Nah. Anime France is the next big place, though, sub. The next area in Genshin that should be coming out probably sometime this summer is called Fontaine, and it is very explicitly anime France.
She definitely isn't dressed like a local, huh? Where do you think her hometown could be?
Please
Soviet
find me a
Russia.
flower that is not of this world, and a guide who will never get lost.
Since alcohol led people to bad decisions, that's not love!
Find me one who would never lie, as well as a legend that never ends.
That is lust, not love, and you know it! Better than Callus from X and Y? We don't know yet. Aside from a couple of character leaks that I totally, as a law-abiding citizen, know nothing about and have not looked at, Aside from a couple of character leaks, I don't believe there's been much of, like, the city's architecture and anything. I can out-sneak you. I am the knight. I
never thought I'd have
am
someone secretly
Bat-Nun!
following me, even in a free city like Mondstadt. Good day to you, miss.
Polluted in machinery, France? Yeah, it's gonna be steampunk. I appreciate the fact that Rosaria is so perpetually tired. Which Pokemon city has a better design for me? I really like I Can't Believe It's Not New York from Black and White. Lumios from X and Y is also pretty cool. Last pause. I'm only happy when it rains. I'm only happy when it's complicated. And no, you know I can't appreciate it. I'm only happy when it rains. Time! Skip! Why? It's still not enough! I hate this! Why is this a feature? People who play this as... People who do these events as they come out, I can't... Because I can't remember anymore. What happens? Do you still have to do this shit even if you just play as it comes out? Like, did part 2 of the event come out and yet you still had to fucking change your clock, or did it just proc automatically?
It's time! It's time! Let's go meet Sucrose and Kale at the crafting bench!
What was Lysander's plan? Nobody knows. Not him, and certainly not the writers. All I know is his stupid little mecha Dr. Octopus cosplay backpack thing is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in a video game. And made me fall off my couch laughing.
Hey, we're here!
Traveler, Paimon, great timing. We got a lot of letters in the mailbox, and I just finished sorting them into 4 groups.
Nice work!
Well, the real work hasn't even started yet. Which batch of letters should we read through first?
Dear Santa, I really want an easy bake oven. You mentioned the time ability in Genshin is what King Crimson Requiem would have been like. And even Diablo would have been tired of it. Oh my god. Yeah. Eh. What is this? What am I doing? Oh dear. If this is some kind of thing where I'm gonna like have to look up who's is best for what, I'm probably just gonna look up a guide. Or just exit out. Apparently I can do that. Yeah, I totally know what we're doing. What are we doing, Sucrose?
Let me quickly summarize what we found out about a flower that is not of this world.
If it's not voice acted, it's not worth
it. On closer
it.
examination, it might be logically paradoxal, while Albedo says that his answer would be better discussed at length.
They're also apparently going to just tell us what the letter said.
As for my answer, I think a clock in the shape of a flower would constitute one that is not of this world.
Here's what we've gathered regarding a guide who will never get lost. Mona said that she'd like to join us in uncovering the secret behind the prophecy, while Bennett suggests Fischl, Mona, or the Traveler as potential candidates. Mika didn't submit much, but he did draw a vegetation map for Master Tainari and wrote up a dragon spotting calendar for Sino. Amber also wrote in. She said that she sees herself as nobody's guide, but everybody's friend.
As for one who would never lie, Rosaria removed herself from consideration, but both Razor and Sino are willing to support us in our search. Timaeus seems to have forgotten to write to us.
There's this cartoon where Scooby and Shaggy fight an evil
finally,
scientist,
this
and the
is what we
intro was
gathered
sung
on
by
a
Weird
legend that
Al.
never
Not
ends.
familiar with that one.
Klee said that her mom has a number
That's
of
great,
friends
though.
who like to write storybooks. Lisa believes that legends live forever in people's hearts. I think that for a legend to be never-ending, it has to be filled with hopes and dreams, and actively pass from one person to the next.
No, for a story to be ever-ending, it just has to have Falcor in it.
So, what are the answers to the 4 riddles then?
At least you think of a sundial.
You're
A
really
sundial
smart,
would make
Paimon.
sense.
I bet you can figure it all out in no time.
Or, let's all share our thoughts on what we think
The one on
answers
kids
might
to be when they inherit a mansion or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, because it doesn't sound familiar to me. The mansion part, nor Weird Al singing the theme song.
Wait for me!
Oh, Timaeus, what brings you here?
I'm sorry, I really am. The time just got away from me and I didn't get around to writing that letter. However, I'm happy to announce that I think I can be the one who would never lie.
Huh? This is kind of sudden. Not that we don't trust you, Timaeus, but, could you elaborate a little?
If you read Amberson has PS, so don't read the second part, Kale. That's
Of
funny.
course. Do you still remember the time I, collaborated with a certain Miss Ying-ar?
Oh god, the super horny on main lady. Oh no. Is that how you pronounce it? That's weird. Ever had Pokeballs? Not familiar with them.
Well, basically, she helped me out a lot with my research into potion making once, and, well, we've stayed in touch through letters ever since.
Oh god, is she the one you're in love with?
So Ying-ar is the girl from Liyue that
Oh,
Sucrose
no.
mentioned earlier?
Oh
We
no.
always assumed you were hard at work every time we saw you at the crafting bench. So you've just been writing letters to Ying-ar the whole time?
No.
Oh wow, yeah, that art
not
style does
all.
not look familiar at all.
I've done some work too.
Yeah, I've
And
never
anyway,
seen this.
Our correspondence covers a lot of
It
serious
gave you
topics,
Venture Brothers vibes?
like
That's a good thing.
perfumes, potions, alchemy. Anyway, a few months ago, I made a vow to the heavens that I will be true to myself and never utter an insincere word until the day that I've managed to win Miss Ying-ar's heart.
You see them with each other every lantern, right? That's a cool detail, but as always, no offense to these fine, upstanding NPCs. They all look the goddamn same. You think I'm gonna know who's who? They all look the same! Fuck Amazon, I agree.
So, at Star Snatch Cliff, you were picking Cecilia's as a gift for Ying-ar?
Well, that's right. The Cecilia flower is said to represent a once wayward heart
Cecilia,
transformed by
you're
the power
breaking
of love.
my heart.
I couldn't think
You're
of a better
shaking my
flower to give than that.
confidence daily.
I know full well that Miss
Tried to
Ying-ar
scam you out
is
of your
far more
free
knowledgeable
shipping
than
on your
I
My
am in
Hero
both the
manga
ways
you
of the
ordered
world
last year,
and the ways
$10.
of
Oh,
our
fuck
craft.
that.
But I
Hell
thought I should
nah.
make the effort for once and put myself out there. Which brings me to the subject of the last few days and the Windblume Festival. I thought it was time for me to invite
Tactics
Miss
Ogre.
Ying-ar
Yeah,
to
never heard of
Mondstadt.
it.
But yesterday,
hope it's fun for ya.
Albedo told me that Sucrose has been working hard to help another
Been
girl
played like a
achieve
Karen
her
and got
dream.
credit. Outstanding. I am
And
proud
when
of
I
you,
went
Pump.
to take a look at our roster, I saw that she'd done my remaining work for me. I feel incredibly guilty. I've been spending all of my time in my own fantasy world while everyone else has been bending over backwards to help other people. How could I ever hope to be worthy of Miss Ying-ar's love if I'm so selfish?
Oh, Timaeus.
And that's why I've decided to join you.
But then what about Ying-ar?
Yeah. Haven't you been planning this for over a month?
Dude, looks
now?
like a dollar store child,
You said you were
right?
gonna invite her to Mondstadt.
Well, yes, I did mention in my letters that I'd like her to visit, which is why I just sent her another gift with my hand-picked Windblooms, along with a handwritten letter. I explained that a matter of great importance has presented itself to which I must devote my full attention for the time being. As soon as it's resolved, I'll make haste to Liyue to pick her up in person. I made
Doing
sure
this
to
Disney's
package
doing
the
Little
gift
Mermaid
and
and
letter with
DreamWorks
the
is also
greatest
making a movie
care.
where the Little Mermaid
All
is
I
the
can
villain.
do
Oh
now
my
is hope
god.
that she'll understand. Point being, please know that I sincerely want to support you in this endeavor. Plus, I think I'm an honest person. As far as I recall, I don't think
Got me
I've
some
told
girls?
a
I
single
like
lie
girls.
in my life.
Well, you certainly convinced Paimon with that speech. Don't worry, Timaeus. We won't let your determination go to waste.
There's some good girls.
Timaeus.
Well,
Thank you, everyone. I promise to do
Hortensia
everything I
kind of
can to
sucks.
help.
Not gonna lie.
Okay,
Her
so
retainers
it looks
can
like
stay.
we found our one who would never lie.
Great. Let's keep it up.
I'm down with Gold Mary and her Gold Marys. It has alignments despite not being SMT. That's cool.
Paimon will do the honors. Ahem. We have with us here the flower, the guide, the legend, and Timaeus.
Why did you only say Timaeus' name? You should say my name too.
All right. We also have Klee.
Yay!
That's me!
Baby.
With Klee here, this all somehow feels like we're getting ready for a field trip.
There's nothing wrong with a more relaxed atmosphere, is there?
Honey. You figured out your answers, Albedo?
Of course. We will soon see if my hypothesis has any merit.
I am Thomas.
I'm still feeling
Hortensia kind of sucks. I don't want to be too mean because Stu's here. Yeah, Hortensia sucks. She's definitely one of the worst. A lot of other people have turned out to be pleasant surprises, or I've been able to at least look past their designs and try to get to know them better. Hortensia thus far sucks in everything she has been in.
Me too.
But weren't you all fired up just a moment ago?
Yeah,
Even Fram's
right.
kind of grown on me because
Okay,
at least she's
let's do
semi-normal and supports that don't involve
Actually-
Colgate.
I'm a little worried too. Deep breaths.
But Hortensia just sucks.
I know what you're feeling. Saying anything becomes so much harder when there are so many people watching.
Well,
Stu actually
does
agrees with
anyone
that
know
one,
the
okay.
exact location of where
Thank
we're
God.
headed, or should I do a
I don't want to
reading
bully
on
you
my
too hard about it.
scrolls?
Yeah, she's
According to
nah.
the prophecy,
Her sister's cool.
once we figured out the
Love
answer,
Ivy.
we should test
One
it
of my
at
favorites.
The Lantern of Utmost Joy. Wait, but where is this lantern?
Oh, we know something about that.
Already found
What?
it. Look at you two. Look at these two being gay and bonding and shit.
Wow, that's amazing. You really know how to do everything under the sun.
Then we'll let you lead the way.
This is it. We're off to find the sacred location of the Lantern of Utmost Joy.
And there will be much rejoicing. Oh, yo, they're, The good news is I still never got the alert for it, but, Twitch did apparently finally recognize that, that sub, dropped those bits. And in doing so has also become Common Rider Cheer. If I can, His name is too big. See if I can fix that just a little bit tiny. There we go. That worked. You are the Lord of the Bitty Sub. Congratulations. No, JC, no. When we were shit-talking Hortensia, you thought of this tweet? What you got? Yeah, I'm tempted. I'd be tempted if I wasn't genuinely enjoying a lot of the supports for the most part, even the ones with her, because at least she's usually talking to people I like. At least marginally more than her. But yeah, Stu, I know you don't want to be around because and you probably would be would get annoyed because the game's general story quality has not been doing so hot. IMO. But I will at least tell you to make you feel a little better that a lot of the character writing has actually turned out to be pretty decent. A lot of people have grown on me. A lot of people I've ended up liking in spite of their designs, even if I still don't like them. My voice actor has Bondo, Ian Sinclair is in the game. So that's, like, you know, automatically at least an extra point. And he cooks, so that's an extra point from Secret. Can we speak about Dorothy from Arknights? She's so cute! She's so goddamn cute, but I am completely out of Orendum and can't afford to spend any money right now on anything, period. Until I, know for sure how we're gonna handle some of the fallout from this situation with my brother. But, I will hate her. I don't believe you. I don't believe you one bit. You don't believe me, Dusk? Eh?
Here.
This something you are worth it if I've been enjoying the game at least a little bit, yeah. Yeah, I've been having a blast with it. Thank goodness I just finished buying computer parts. Like, right? That's the rub.
Maybe we've overlooked something?
Those last two parts, the graphics card and the extra storage, I probably wouldn't have bought those if I knew this was gonna happen. And I still have to pay those off at the end of the month, so that'll be a nice little chunk in my account.
Traveler, are you trying to figure out something else from the paper?
I'll be alright. It'll just be a struggle. I'm also, like I said, probably not going to get my headphones right away, even if I have the money for them, until I know for sure what's going on.
Hyman's reading too. Huh? It says to look up. But
okay, characters with like usually bad wardrobes stuck in a worse overall plot.
Trick us, did it?
That's a good way to put it. Also says you should incite the incantation. Recite, not incite. I'm not starting a riot. Paimon, I can't read.
Place the squirrel on the back of the pointy-eared cat, and a pious puppy will open
at least
the
okay
doors
from a Twitch paycheck. Oh yeah, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, with all those gift subs, then I'll have plenty of money coming in. Unfortunately, I just won't get it until next month.
Look, the wind is blowing.
What a strong wind current. Let's write it up and see where it leads us.
Gameplay is definitely the best part of it, yeah. Gameplay and a lot of the supports have actually turned out to be really nice.
Huh? We'll have to fly up there? Can someone carry me with them?
No. Grown-ass male NPC getting carried by by Albedo.
This is the first time I've ever flown like this!
I should have used Kazuma! We're fine. Dia can climb. She can't do much, but she can climb.
How did this little island get up here in the sky? Did somebody make it?
We need to go back to Beast Wars to find the answer to that question. They know all about floating islands there.
Just to be safe, I've been jotting down our entire route here. This way, no one will get lost. Oh, good thinking, Kale.
Have gotcha powers. I refuse to believe that NPCs can't use the wing gliders.
Huh. Who would have thought we'd find this kind of table here? Weird. It's almost as if someone was holding a tea party.
I never would have guessed that such a place could exist. Right above Mondstadt, too.
Dia can't do much. She really can't. I can confirm that now that I actually have her. Like, she is indeed as bad as people warned. Again, if you don't care about meta, if you can already clear the abyss, if you don't need a powerful character and just like her that much like I do, then knock yourself out. But yeah, like, just be advised that she is currently a struggle to play. I have to assume that somebody down the line will make her at least a little better. Like, there's a new artifact set coming out that's gonna help her at least a little. And then I pray / have to assume that at least one character from Fontaine will make her at least a little more useful. But right now, things are dire.
Wow, look at that pretty lantern on the table. There's even a chair for each side of the lantern, too.
You'd be more okay with Engage if 1, the Gacha doesn't exist, and 2, the stupid Engage system you think is dumb. Designs are cringe, plot was predictable. The fact that people say it's the best Fire Emblem. Other people drinking the Kool-Aid is definitely frustrating after I've gotten deeper into it, because, like, yeah, it is... There are aspects of that game that are inexcusably bad, in my opinion. With all I think the developers should have learned from previous entries. But, again, it is what it is. I'm also not bothered by the gacha because it's not mandatory. And it's very easy to manipulate it, because the RNG is very exploitable. So, like, you can just, only roll whenever the RNG resets, and if you don't actually get anything good, then just reload it. It's not like Xenoblade 2, where it auto-saves every time you roll, so you just completely get fucked over by using it. It's actually very, very easily exploitable.
There seems to be
Even if it
something
weren't,
on
you
the
don't
back
need
of this
those rings.
chair. Let me have a closer look. Take your seat, present your answers, and you shall reach enlightenment.
Get a feeling I'd like it
Well,
best.
as far as
I like it the
instructions
same
go,
way I
that's
like
simple
Xenoblade
enough.
2.
So we just need to do as it says, right?
Wait a second.
It's not quite as frustrating as Xenoblade 2, because the whole thing with Xenoblade 2 is just how disappointing it is. Because Xenoblade 2 had the recipe. Like, it had the recipe, and it had all the ingredients to make something truly special. It had all the potential to be the game that its fan base seems to think it is. Like, it has enough interesting concepts and stuff going on that it could have been as beautiful as some people think it is. And it's just not. Engage was dead on arrival the second they decided that the story was going to be Fate's Mark II. Like, I get it, Fates was successful in Japan, they didn't want to change it too much, they didn't know how Three Houses was going to do, since that was a different dev team. Like, I get it, but just, it is what it is. And it's not good, and I can't keep seething and frothing at the mouth over it. I just gotta kind of enjoy it for what it is, and not what it's not.
Huh? What is it, Albedo?
We'd better make sure this place is safe before taking our seats. Everyone, please stay clear for a moment.
Yeah, that white rabbit with a top hat that was just here left a mess, let me tell you.
Well, all our questions and doubts aside, the scenery here is pretty amazing. It'd be impossible to feel stressed here.
Engage is not doing well sales-wise. It's doing all right, from what I understand. It's not selling
Everything seems to be
gangbusters.
fine. I didn't find any traps or suspicious
I don't believe it's
mechanisms,
outselling any previous
but
entries, and it's
I
not like
also couldn't find
turning out
any
to be a good
overt
entry point
destructive
into
devices.
into the franchise.
Well,
But it's
it
doing
seems
okay.
that wrong answers won't have any catastrophic consequences. Looks like we'll have to sit on these chairs and fulfill the prophecy.
So what I'm saying is that the story is gonna suddenly escalate. It turns out that the Engaged world was created by an accident in the Three Houses world. This is Edelgard's Fodland. Engage is Edelgard's Fodland. This is the future if you side with her. You think about that.
Everyone, I would like to suggest that we try some risky answers on our first attempt. Let's reserve our most confident
That's why the
answers for
Black
second
Eagles
round.
route was so anime. This is what she wants.
But why?
She wants everyone
I
to
get
be
what he
overly
means.
anime and
If we do as he
bisexual.
says, then we may be able to figure out how the puzzle works.
I see. That makes a lot of sense.
Night sub. Thank you again very much for the kind words. I genuinely appreciate it a lot.
Is there something wrong? You're not looking
Hope you have a
too
wonderful
good.
evening as well. Get some rest.
Oh, are you hungry? I brought some snacks.
Thank you for offering Klee, but that's not quite it. While Albedo was checking just now, I gave my scryglass a spin hoping to find some information. But there's a strange aura to this place. It's almost as if someone has been staring at me as soon as we stepped foot in here. But if nothing here has actually been physically tampered with, then no. Could that person be?
Is Klee's mom watching us again? It's either Klee's mom or Nahida. Mona shivered. Did she sense some kind of great power?
What do you mean, Mona? Who could it be?
I guess it could also technically be the Fontaine Archon. They've been really implying that she's starting to kick things up at the end of Scaramouche's quest.
Never mind. It's not like I've got any proof.
Seeing Alir makes you throw up, but how was Alir so far? In terms of writing, very mediocre. Again, the whole Veil situation was a big eye-opener for, like, just realizing how shamshackle the writing actually was, because, good god, this huge, dramatic plot point that hinges upon the idea that you're close with this character who you had 2 conversations with, and I'm just like, bruh. Alir, do you think everybody is your best friend just because you talked to them twice? Like, why are you acting like this is such a huge goddamn betrayal? Besides the fact that we saw her feet.
Don't leave us on the edge like this, Mona. I'll just do what Albedo said.
Yes. Let's test the hypothesis together.
Yeah, they don't whine about the concept of violence.
Come on,
they're too busy whining about being betrayed
All right.
by people who didn't actually owe them anything.
Okay. Then I'll answer the first question. If someone were to ask me to find a flower that is not of this world...
You can do it, Sucrose.
Then I would fetch a tetratanic sweet flower.
Alright, I'm up next. My part of the prophecy is to find a guide who will never get lost.
Kale, I hope you found your answer.
Is King Odra a Fire Emblem?
My answer is that I will be that guide. For a long time, I have been guided by others. It's taken me a while, but I finally made it to where I am today. Although I still haven't made a name for myself, and I'm still quite immature, I would still like to put my name forward. Because I would like to become a guide that can help others.
Honey.
I want to help others the same way Amber, Master Tainari, Sino, and everyone else helped me. Now it's my turn to pass on the gift that I've been given.
All right. It's up to me to answer the third part. I'll submit myself as one who would never lie. Although I've never really had any other virtues or talents, I'm confident that I've always been an honest person. I'd like to thank everyone, too, for giving me this opportunity to validate myself.
And last but not least, I will answer the final part of the prophecy. There's no tale more befitting the title of
We're sort of a weird
that never
porno.
ends than our
A little
fates as
bit.
human beings.
Wait! The lantern just lit up! Whoa! All 4 sides of the lantern are glowing! Huh? But...
All we did was submit a batch of test dances.
Kale, could I ask you to stand up for a second?
Pass the pepper.
Alright.
Aha. Wait, what? Hold up.
What's going on? Why is it lighting up regardless of who's sitting in the chair? Didn't it say we have to answer all the questions correctly?
It's pretty clear now, isn't it? We've just proven that there is no right answer for this prophecy.
Boo!
Right answer? But how could that be?
Although the instructions had come from an old and enigmatic prophecy, it is in fact nothing like the ancient mechanism that we had all imagined it to be. I believe the lantern only serves as a simple signal.
And to think, I never expected you to actually find this place.
What? There's someone else here?
Russian spies!
We meet again, traveler.
Hey! You're that Outlander we met the other day at Good Hunter!
It's all thanks to you that I was able to find this place. Good thing that you were too preoccupied with the prophecy to notice someone tailing you from the shadows.
Oh, is that so? Then, why do I spy yet another person following in your shadow?
Wait, really?
Nothing personnel,
There's no need
kid.
for pleasantries. You should know I'm here for you.
Is it just because I'm a visitor from abroad?
I
Yes.
was there when you snuck your way into Marjorie's place.
So you had your eyes on me even then, huh? That was 2 whole weeks ago, you know.
It's hard not
It's
to
that
notice
one
you when
meme
I'm
of
on
the
duty
gunfight
every day.
heads in the church. Yeah, really?
In that case, I'll admit it. I was the person who slipped this prophecy into the storybook.
Huh? But why? Then, does that mean this wasn't a real prophecy after
I
all?
can't believe Putin is
Don't
plotting
worry.
to invade Genshin.
Even though you probably have plenty of reservations about me, you can be sure that the prophecy is genuine. In fact, many of you here today may have heard the code name of the one who left the prophecy to me. She hailed from an ancient assembly of powerful women, each of whom used a single letter to signify themselves.
Who would have guessed? It seems that power was indeed left behind by the old hag after all.
Uh-huh.
Ah, so you're B's student. It's an honor to meet you. I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Been a while since we've heard about this crap.
Well, what are you talking about?
It's a long story, but I'm not quite sure that I'm the best person to tell it. Since you've all spent so much time and energy trying to decipher this prophecy, you must also be very interested in the secret behind this lantern, no? The lantern has already been lit. Now then, please allow me to disturb your happy peace.
Huh. Why did this little thing just light up? How strange.
Hello? On the other side of the lantern. Can you hear me over there? Mom?
Hey!
Oh, I hear many youthful voices.
Madam, I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Is that you, Alice Alicia? I still really want... I really, really genuinely want Clee's mom to be Alicia. I think it'd be cute.
Oh, since we've last gathered, Jay's successor has already become so reckless and bold. Unbelievable.
Why does Clee's mom sound like Lisa?
Why are you talking just like the old hag?
Not sure who the voice is.
Old hag? Who would dare say that? Is that Mona?
Oh my god.
Who are you? Who dares imitate my master?
It is. Probably.
And what of imitation and mimicry? It has always been a fool's errand to mimic and learn from humanity.
Not even next speech, just literally Alicia? Yes. Why not? And Alice.
Why are you trying to talk like other people?
Mom,
So
why are
I
you
see
being
everyone's
cringe?
here. Well then, my warmest greetings, everyone.
Miss Alice, why would you...
Well, it's been many years since this lantern last lit up. You can't blame me for thinking that one of the old friends from my youth may have decided to catch up again.
Why she sounds so coy all of a sudden?
And if I recall correctly, we left this lantern in the care of the Animo Archon Barbados. You must be commended for uncovering an artifact entrusted to the god of wind himself.
Taking the hostesses from Kiwami 0, or from 0 and Kiwami 2 and putting them through the Hunger Games? No! So would Clee's mom have made Albedo if he called her Aunt Alice? Clee's mom definitely did not make Albedo. That was somebody else. We don't know, I forget their full name. Ruka, not Ruka Devada. Ragnadir, some weird, like, Odin sounding ass name. And then her code name is Gold. Yeah, she's a different person from Clee's mom.
Tell me, are you sitting around my beloved tea party table?
It's a really long table.
Oh, so you are. I suppose this means even the Animo Archon has granted you entry to this place. Was all of this Scarlet's doing?
Wait. Paimon's completely lost now. So what was this assembly you were talking about earlier?
We'll say Albedo's creator is named Kevin.
Would it be all right to leave the
Because of the
explanation
code
that to
name
you?
Gold, if anything, his creator is actually probably an Eden XP.
Well,
but sure.
You should be rewarded for making it all the way up here and activating the lantern. Now then, let me tell you a long and ancient story. Ever heard of the Hexenzirkel? As the spooky name suggests, it's a secret society. Once upon a
Illuminati!
time, it even challenged the Animo Archon himself. But he replied, "Let us make music, not war, and resolve our conflicts through song." From then on,
Oh, God.
the mages would only ever convene in the
More
woods,
Gundam 00
in the
comparison.
skies, or on the edges of
Terrible.
cliffs.
Stalking.
At these tea parties, they discussed their stories and secrets and resolved their differences, as the tea and cakes bore witness to their pledge never to fight amongst themselves.
Yesterday I snuffed out the life of my beloved.
He had grown old and was extremely sick.
Bruh.
He loved me dearly, so I took his fate in my hands and ended his pain.
Dude.
I'm raising a son. Of all the children I had, he's the only one left.
Well, speaking of Albedo's
But I
mom,
suppose that still makes me a mother.
so she's another one of them.
My lifespan is nothing compared to yours, so I wish to leave you with my storybook. Actually, maybe you can pass it on to your children one day.
Oh, this looks interesting. Let me scry.
My dear sisters, we mustn't let prophecies threaten our bonds of friendship. Even the most frightening witch was once a little girl, and growing up can be so tough. Sometimes we all need to vent our troubles to the wind. Even if the nations go to war, or the sky falls down, the mages'
Oh, that
tea
one was
party
absolutely
shall
Albedo, yeah,
forever
no.
be held around this table.
So Gold is one of the Witch Illuminati.
Ah, so this is where the legendary mages held their meetings.
That's right. We often met here to chat and have tea.
Then what about the part saying that if we light
Is the head
lantern of
supposed to look like
utmost
a boat?
joy, we'd receive a supreme
I have no
blessing?
idea what it's supposed to look like, honestly.
About that.
It's why I
never
say that the
expected
designs are
anyone other than
bad.
Jay to actually read the full contents of that prophecy. It's a little embarrassing. The truth is, that prophecy was actually just a letter that we sent to Jay as a group the day before her wedding.
So it was indeed written by all of you.
I must thank you for resisting the urge to immediately reveal the truth to everybody, Albedo. Knowing you, you probably figured out everything the moment you laid eyes on the message.
No, it took me a little longer than that.
A flower that is not of this world, a guide who will never get lost, one who would never lie, and a legend that never ends. These 4 descriptions signify 4 individual mages. When a member of the organization had to leave the group to spend the rest of her days with her beloved, the other mages would write down this prophecy and send it to her to invite her for a final get-together. A flower that is not of this world signifies, of course, flowers that do not naturally exist in this world.
Might have been Ether,
This
yeah,
is
no,
the
that was definitely
signature of
Albedo.
our full name, Rhine-daughter, also known as
Yep.
Gold.
Right there.
If there's anyone
Rhine
in this
daughter,
world
that's
who
her
could
name.
create a flower species that does not yet exist, it would be her. The guide who will never get lost is N, otherwise known as Nicole. You may not have encountered her yet,
But I'm
she is
N.
a truly extraordinary woman who has made this world's direction and order her subject of study. Some of you may be fortunate enough to have already heard her voice. Like a prophetess,
Or N from
she
Pokemon
will
became a
only
woman.
speak to guide people toward the truth when a change has occurred in the world. She has a tendency to suddenly speak in someone's mind without any warning.
Did she be the one who spoke to me when we were investigating Yamato? Oh, that wasn't the Archon. Oh, shit. Okay. That changes things. Well, never mind then. What a weird thing to... What a weird place to have that character alluded to.
If one day you would be unfortunate enough to run into a truly dangerous situation, she may use her voice to guide the way forward for you.
She actually just really made things unnecessarily confusing and tried to make a big deal out of a plot point that wasn't actually a big deal. Because half of that quest was fucking garbage. But sure. Mage Council filler arc. I'm not sure if it would necessarily qualify as filler. Like, I mean, and it's not the... Like, technically speaking, anything that's not looking for our sibling, that's supposed to be the main plot, but it's touched on so sporadically that it's kind of easy to forget. Like, this freaking Witch Council connects to so many characters that I'd be interested in it. I wouldn't consider it filler.
Who would have guessed that there are so many mysterious women in this world, and that they would all know each other?
Illuminati! What was that quest again? That was the Archon, like, interlude quest after we freed Sumeru from the Redditors, but before we met Dane, where where we domesticated Scaramouche. and gave him a new name. At the very end of it, there was that weird moment where like we found the cracked mirror that had broken, or no, it was a cup, not a mirror. The mirror was the Cara Bear quest. Yeah, I think it was a teacup. Yeah, that weird thing where at the start of the quest with Scaramouche, before the teacup broke, or the teacup broke, and then Scaramouche reset reality so that nobody knew who he was anymore. And then we went back to the tent and saw that the teacup broke, and was broken, and for some reason, fucking the Illumine treated it like it was some mind-shattering thing, like it shouldn't still be broken because of what Scaramouche did. When it's like, no, everything still happened. It's just that people remember it differently. And Scaramouche had nothing to do with the broken teacup, so why wouldn't the teacup still be broken? It was fucking dumb. It was fucking dumb, and I'm still not sure what that was supposed to imply. But yeah, after that, when we realized it was broken, some voice was talking to us, acting like it was a big deal, like something ground-shaking was implied because of it. And we thought it was the Hydra Archon, but no, it was one of these bitches. Also, oops. Sorry, rambling. I don't think very highly of my counterpart at all. He's a whiny little bitch with mommy issues. He is not worthy to inherit my name one bit.
The one who would never lie is me. I hope no one would take offense. It's just that I, Alice, or A for short, have always had a soft spot for those with sincerity and candor.
Oh, that's why you're such a big deal, because you're like the OG. Or maybe not. Maybe they didn't necessarily join it in order, because that would be a weird coincidence that they just happened to recruit people in alphabetical order based on their names. You thought Elgato was the only one worth getting? From my very limited experience with capture cards, Elgato is the only reliable one that is cheap. And comparatively cheap. Like, the only other brands I know that I've heard are good are even more expensive than Elgato. So, there are cheaper alternatives than Elgato, but I don't know enough about them to recommend them. Because I've always, anytime I've seen Let's Plays or streams from people with other capture cards that are cheaper than Elgato's, they tend to have a lot of issues. Like, I remember back in the day when I watched one of Nintendo Capri Sun's playthroughs, he used something different back then. Like a pretty cheap one, and had a lot of issues with it, with like input delay and stuff.
As for A Legend That Never Ends, you may not know M in person, but you've likely encountered one of her works. Have any of you ever read The Boar Princess?
Huh? I'm pretty sure every child in Mondstadt has read that book.
I just gave one of the potential problems also best, sorry.
Stories. M was an exceptional human writer who used her prose to teach me the meaning of grief. Don't you think such a person would deserve a seat at the mage's table?
Paimon's getting more and more lost.
It may sound hard to believe, but I can attest to everything that Alice has said. Jay was also a mortal who aged and passed on, leaving her title to her students and followers. Alice, you've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors. It's now been centuries since the first of us took on her mantle. I've always wanted to meet you.
Do you also want to become a mage?
Title aside, I think I'm more interested in the meaning and purpose of the Hexen Circle. I used to think that the Hexen Circle was a group of women who could control the very fate of this world. But now, I've seen for myself that besides Jay, many other ordinary people were also among you.
Do you think less of us now?
No, not at all.
I would
My
hardly
interest
call
has
a lot
been
of these
piqued,
people
and
ordinary.
I'm now even more drawn towards the idea of becoming a mage.
Not a whole lot of alchemists talent running around talented enough to
Jay's
literally
successors,
effectively create life from scratch.
You are different.
Like Albedo.
You are much more fascinating than any of your predecessors.
Oh, has someone finally piqued Aunt Alice's interest?
Now is not a good time, Scarlet, but as soon as I am able, I will seek you out for a meeting. I want you to tell me
So we have
all
Magic
about
Illuminati,
Mary's
this is going to be a
life back in
side
her
quest thing,
hometown.
possibly.
So the mage who received the prophecy
We could
letter
get some
from
non-event
all of
stuff with
you
them down the
was
line, because
Jay?
a lot of these
She
people
left
have been
the
alluded to
Hexen Circle
before.
after getting married?
Precisely.
It's very funny
There
that
was
Scarlet
only
thinks
one
she's
way
important.
The letter could have been interpreted. She would have known what
Very
we
funny
meant
that
as
she thinks
soon as
Senpai
saw
will
the
notice her.
message. We were just asking one thing of her. Please come to see us again. Before you go and settle forever with your happiness, please come share some of it with your best friends and sisters.
So, the
Is it as
Supreme
much?
Blessing
Best, I wouldn't know
actually
anything
meant-
about it, like I said.
All journeys are fleeting.
I've only ever
and will
used Elgato.
eventually come to an end. What will give us the most
And I've only ever
fulfillment
used it
and
because I
happiness
heard
in
of
the
people having
end
issues with
are
stuff that was
those
different
who will
brands than
greet
that, at least the
us at
cheaper
our
ones.
journey's destination.
I've heard of people having no problems
Dear
with other capture cards that are much more expensive than
believe you
Elgato
can
stuff.
also understand what I am talking about. We women will always have many troubles and encounter pains and frustrations that will keep us up at night. But no matter how hard things may become, we will cross mountains and oceans to see our best friends again, regardless of how many years have passed or how far the distance may be. As long as we
Women
can
do
with
be
our
shopping.
beloved friends, our hearts will be filled with joy. To us mages, that's what being supremely blessed is all about.
Oh. I still don't get it, but I do know that all the mages are Mom's best friends.
If you ask how I see it, the Hexen Circle is just a group of ladies that I spent my youth with. Anyway, I'll introduce some of the other members to you all later. I still have a few things to attend to, so this will have to do for today.
Bye, Mom. Todoko says bye, too.
My
Goodbye,
baby.
darling, and farewell to all of our other friends as well. I'm sure we'll see each other again. Oh, now that I think of it, isn't it getting close to that time of year?
Yes, it's Windblume again, Alice.
It's also a special anniversary date. I'm sure you still remember.
Yes, I do remember now. It was on this day many, many years ago that Jay tied the knot. Ah, just in time for the Festival of Love and Freedom. Everyone, please enjoy this year's Windblume Festival to the fullest.
Sounds romantic.
Whoa! Ah, Albedo! Why didn't you tell me we'd have to glide all the way back down?
How else would we get down, Fivehead? I think Timaeus might suck. Just a hunch. Also shoot expedition forward. I'm gonna go the long way. I have a Mona. Yeah, like I said, Best, I don't want you to have to spend more money if you don't have to, but just unfortunately I have no other recommendations. Because I don't have any personal experience with anything else.
Ad Astra Abyssos.
Gotta min-max those resources.
Are you okay, Timaeus? Maybe you'd feel better if you just, let it out.
I'm fine, I'm fine. I'm just a little glider sick, that's all.
You may want to look into getting your own gliding license when you have the time. It might prove helpful to you.
Oh no,
okay.
he's throwing
Sure
up.
thing.
Please believe
It
us.
sounds like you've still got something on your minds. Why don't you tell us? We're all happy to listen.
It's nothing, really. It's just, well, Alice's story was really interesting and romantic. I won't argue about that. But still, the whole thing wasn't quite what I was hoping for. Of course, I didn't actually expect the Supreme Blessing to be real, but...
Don't say that. None of this was your fault, Timaeus. Honestly, it's more on me for having agreed to be the Windblume Festival's special ambassador. Had I not asked for everyone's help?
If anything, it should be my fault for finding that prophecy.
Oh, no, no, no. I didn't mean to blame the two of you either. I just feel like this whole adventure didn't really end on a high note, and we also didn't really get anything out of it.
But I'd say we still learned something new.
Well, that aside, Timaeus, you still need to go to Liyue to apologize to Yingar, right? Do you want Kale and I to accompany you?
Oh, Miss Yingar. Well, I mean, I just really don't want her to get mad at me.
Yeah, people
Now that
like
I've
to
come
label
back to
things.
My senses, I really don't know what I should do.
People like to make
Hey,
up
you three?
terms and categories to apply to
may want
people,
to look over there.
rather than just be like, hey, maybe they're an asshole.
Miss Yingar?
Oh, so that's Miss Yingar? I've never met her before.
Yep, that's her. And she actually came all the way to
Maybe she gets in a monogamous relationship, she'll stop flirting with literally
I'm
everybody
so
else.
Sorry, Miss Yingar, but how did you? I mean,
Are you so happy just to see me?
of course I am. I'm so happy that I don't. Sorry, I don't know what to say.
This is too heterosexual.
I was ready to give you a
Sucrose.
harsh scolding. But now that I've
Sucrose,
seen
Kale.
you like this,
Make out.
I suppose I could let you off the hook this time. You said you couldn't come to pick me up because of a very important matter, right? Well then, of course I had to come and find you instead.
Should we go see how they're doing?
No.
I wouldn't. You'll get hit by a forest boar if you interrupt a couple's romantic conversation.
Thank you, Mona. A good wingman.
We'll just leave them alone then.
That's what it's all about.
I am so glad to see Timaeus find his happiness.
I have to say, I'm even more envious of you, Sucrose. You can be happy just to see others happy, and you gave me so much help without any expectations in return. Even though you said that we're very much alike, I still feel like you have a much bigger heart than I do.
But if you say that, then I'd say I'm also nowhere near as brave or tenacious as you. I guess we have the same amount of positive qualities. They're just spread over different parts of our personalities. I've never visited Sumeru, or made many friends from outside of Mondstadt. I'm happy just to have met and become your friend. Maybe I'll get shy and flustered when I meet other people I don't know in the future. But that's
Friend.
okay too.
And nothing
Since
more.
we're so alike, you probably get what I'm trying to
Tee-hee-tee.
say. You just need to believe that all of your issues aren't really issues at all.
But isn't it too late now for me to learn to accept myself?
Gay
Well,
Starbucks.
Do you know anything about the blooming cycles of Cecilius?
I may have read about that in a book before.
That's a topic that my parents used to talk about back when they were still dating. Surprising, right?
You have
To think
parents?
that people would talk about that while on a date. My mom brought it up at dinner one time last month. She called my dad the most boring man she knew, and said that he even turned up late to a date once. All with a smile on her face.
Yo, your dad is that guy from Fire Emblem Engage? That one normal guy with the hounds? Yo!
But she also said that learning is just another part of life. It's never too late to start something, as long as you recognize that it's something good for you to do.
RWBY, but with actual budget. That was the first thing I ever heard about this game. Mauvir, that's the bitch. I call him Bob. Yeah, he's the most boringest man alive. Yeah, the very first thing I heard about this game was just a random forum post where somebody was like, it's like if It's like Breath of the Wild if the characters were from RWBY or something like that.
Why don't you give it a try, Kale?
Okay, I'll try my best. They're really having a great conversation. Paimon can't even find a moment to join in.
Let him
I
cook.
nearly forgot. This is for you.
This texture. Are these seeds?
Yep. I believe I mentioned my sweet flower research to you before. These are the seeds of the sweet flower cultivars that I've worked on.
Seeds.
It's nothing too special, but they're the best cultivars that I've made. So, I really hope that you'll like them. They're super sweet and easy to grow and keep. I'm also submitting them as my Windblooms for this year. I wish that the Animo Archon could also see how lovely they are.
That's basically as good as giving her
Plant them in
flowers.
the Avidia forest and take good care of them.
Kale, please take these notes with you. I've heard that you've been working hard on your studies, so I've prepared some study materials for you at Sucrose's request.
Aw,
Feel
he's
free to look
helping
through
her
them
learn to
whenever you can find the
read.
time. Mondstadt's doors will always remain open to you.
You can trust him. He's a smart man.
Thank you so much. Really,
Oh.
I don't know what to say. I'm just really happy.
Sucrose, now's your chance. Didn't you want to collect a breath of joy?
I was gonna say, Sucrose, now's your chance to make things creepy by asking her to breathe in a tube.
You're right. I almost forgot. Kale, can you exhale once into this test tube? I will save this breath of joy and use it in my research.
Research.
Oh, really?
And nothing more.
Of course.
Yo, Happy Breath turned shit purple.
Huh? What was that?
Sucrose, that wasn't just Happy Breath. That was happy as in gay breath.
It was like a little cloud of happiness, but now it flew away.
It was a special one.
Well, luckily, there's still some breath left in the test tube. I'll seal it up for now. I'll keep working on it and let you know as soon as I have any breakthroughs in my research.
Yeah, you can write to me. I'll be sure to respond as soon as I receive your letter.
Oh, it looks like you found a new pen pal.
Master Trinari! Sino!
If your friendship was forged in a test tube, does that make you test friends forever?
What an immaculate fucking character. 10 out of 10.
That's it. I think you've ruined Sumeru's reputation in Mondstadt beyond all hope of repair.
You want to kill Sino? No, you don't. He's great. Let him cook. They didn't let him. We knew this stupid bullshit was part of his personality, and they did not let him do it at all during the goddamn Archon quest or his story quest. Let the man cook.
All that matters is that I've enjoyed Mondstadt immensely. The dragon here possesses a majestic form.
Oh, that reminds me. Traveler, this card back is for you.
I thought it was for Sino.
Sino wanted you to have one for yourself.
Aww.
If I had to guess,
Fua holding his
I'd
breath
say
in
he probably
somewhere,
wants
yeah.
you to use it if you challenge him to a duel.
I'm a master of the game. Do you dare challenge me?
This is already a screen cap, right? Surely somebody has already taken the screen cap and condensed it into a meme somehow, right? I'm gonna take it too, just in case. But surely that's a thing that's happened already, right?
Can you believe this guy? Huh. Let's knock him off his high horse.
It's time to duel!
Wait! I've got something to give you, too.
Huh? Kale has a gift for us?
The TCG is a permanent game mode, yeah.
Yeah! I figured I should follow local Mondstadt customs and prepared a few small things themed after the Windblume festival.
They've slowly but surely been adding more characters and stuff to it. Oh, bookmark.
I
made these bookmarks from Sumeru roses at the hotel. I want to give them to Amber, Master Tainari, and Sino.
How much is for a wolf percentage as well as gorilla? I mean, gorilla is just one of his forms that he doesn't use it that much. I know he has the gorilla strength with how he uses his skis, but that man is a wolfkin through and through. He literally threw a childlike temper tantrum when he saw that Aruto had a wolf key. It was like, it's got a wolf on it? Mine! Mine, 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 mine! Actual man-child.
During Windblume, Mondstadters offer
I
flowers
love
to the
Fua.
people most important to them. You three are family to me.
But Tainari said that we're not anything like an academic family. He wouldn't write joint papers with us.
That's because you're a gay family who is gay. You are her two dads. According to the internet, I personally don't really see it.
Well, in this case, we can consider ourselves as regular siblings. And that should be just fine.
And now you can't ship it because they're saying it's familial. RIP!
I agree. Oh, and here are some Padisara seeds as well. These are for the Traveler, Paimon, and everyone else from Mondstadt. Whoa, are these really for us?
Yep, all you people out there who shit on people who ship Kaya into Luke. Granted, that's a little more complicated because they're at least actually formally adopted brothers. But yep, you can't ship these two either. Sorry, you gotta follow your own rules. Ripperoni.
So, are these your chosen Windblooms?
Surely shippers wouldn't be hypocrites about that sort of thing. That'd be ridiculous.
One of them. Both Padisauras and Sumeru roses are my Windblooms. Although they're not native to Mondstadt, they are the flowers that can best express my feelings. I want to give them to the people I feel thankful for. To those who I wish to accompany as we greet more seasons and future Windblooms together. The real blessing in life is when you are surrounded by people who you'd miss day and night, and who you'd want to see even if that meant crossing mountains and oceans to do so.
I'm so happy to hear you say that.
Sucrose, do you see that cloud over there?
Huh?
Doesn't it look just like your test tube?
Got the screenshot. Excellent. The breath turned into a cloud. Majestic. Oh, you got the Cena one. Oh, good. I took one too, but excellent. Now I don't have to crop it. That was really cute. I enjoyed that one a lot. What an actual smart choice on the part of the writing staff to bring in Kale and have her bond with Sucrose over their respective anxiety/social phobias, however you want to put it. That was really cute. I enjoyed that. Again, any quest with Albedo in it is usually automatically good because he's just got so many interesting lore connections. And then they actually had a clever idea about having that of how the characters could interact with each other. Again, we need more stuff like that. These characters have plenty in common. More of stuff like that, with them interacting with each other and not with random NPCs. Yeah, only 3 NPCs, and they didn't overstay their welcome. That one scene where it did. We had scenes without Paimon in them. Characters were allowed to talk without the Traveler and/or Paimon inserting themselves into every conversation. That was really good. I enjoyed that. Sorry it took so long to get to, but worth the wait, definitely. Alrighty. Yep, I can, and most importantly, yeah, I can finally access these. Not sure, oh, I gotta do the quest to unlock them. That's fine. Alright, I'll probably just do that off screen. Nothing's usually too interesting about them, it's just a lot of trial and error until I get all the rewards I care about. And lately, I don't even care about getting all of them. I have not min-maxed rewards for the last 2 quests we had. I just got the stuff that gave me gems and got out. Getting Yuri bait, only MiHoYo can make you show interest, pretty much. Yuri bait is always nice. It is their calling card. Can't wait for the next event where Poon finally invades the Genshin world and calls WW3. No!
One's written destiny. Over-embellishing that fate only leads to misconception.
Maxor video. Yeah, I'll do that for free. I enjoy Maxor's content, and we could use some funny meme videos right now. Somebody else suggested it as well. So yeah, I think I'll take a quick break before we do that, and also obviously end the recording for the purpose of YouTube. So thank you all very much for joining me. Sorry again for some of the serious talk. Hopefully it didn't bring down your day. Just know that I hope you all are doing well / better, and have a better week than I did. Thank you all for joining me. Special thanks to Ninja, Fusion, Go-Kart tier patrons, Vroom Vroom motherfucker. If you want to help support the Witch Illuminati, spelled naughty, Naughty, that Illuminati. Terrible, terrible joke. Check out links in the description. I'm as bad as Sino. Love you guys. Bye.